What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a special episode tonight here of the rDNA podcast. It's 2 in 1 month. We've been busy this month.
You are all welcome.
You are all welcome. So we've been busy this month watching movies and scary movies.
You didn't tell them what the R stands for yet, though.
Oh, that's right. That's part of the intro. So the R stands for real because we keep it real. We keep it REEL. So the real Dose of Nerd Acumen podcast. We're the real ones. Since day one, right?
Yes. I have been here since day one.
That's how we do it. What's up, MX? What's up, Emma? What's up, Thunder? How are you guys doing tonight?
Welcome to the glorious whatever this is.
Yeah, whatever this is. What's up, Trevor? So tonight is... I had other things. Let me turn this on. Nope, not that. There we go.
Tonight is the special.
So there we go.
The special, right?
It is. It's our Halloween special. It's a bonus episode of our movie podcast where we talk about video game movies. We'll eventually expand into other movies, but for now, we're trying to find the worst video game movies. And this is your bonus episode. Already this month, we talked about the 2 Silent Hill films, and it was applicable because October, right? Spooky. So tonight, the bonus episode, we planned this a while ago now. We've been talking about doing this episode for probably months. And I waited to the last minute to rewatch these. I've seen them all a million times, but I spent Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday night watching 2 a night. To recap for this, just to get myself refreshed.
Well, more props to you. I watched 1 and 2, and then life happened, so I'm going off of memory.
Oh no! Yeah, I understand. Life gets in the way sometimes, but that's okay. Emma says the worst. Yeah, we've been trying to find the worst video game films.
So far, the leader is one that we reviewed last week.
Yes, the second Silent Hill film
is so far in the lead as the worst.
It's up for debate, though, as far as what the best is. You and I had differentiating things. You said, I believe, was it Warcraft was up on your list?
Oh, that's up there. If I had to pick just one favorite, it would be the Mortal Kombat.
95 or the new one?
The 95. I have yet to see the new one. I'm waiting until we are going to review it here, and then I'm going to watch it for the first time.
So, spoiler alert, our next review that we're doing is actually Mortal Kombat, the new one. So your wait will soon be over, as will you guys, the listeners and viewers. We're going to finally talk about that. I saw it back when it came out because I had HBO, and I guess you'll find out.
I have it now, so that's where I'm planning on watching it. So.
Fair. What's up, Jolly?
Last time I checked, it was still on there. So
yes, I think it is. I own a physical copy now. So, Jolly, thank you for the host. And Emma says, yes, the hills that are silent. Aki. Speaking of movies, I have a second giveaway tonight. I'm going to be giving away a digital copy of a movie, of specifically the Suicide Squad, the new one. So, thank you for the host, MX.
Shocking. Spoiler alert. I actually liked that one. So, there you go.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, we'll talk about this one day, I'm sure. But I have a digital code to give away. So, that will be happening tonight during our drawing. We'll also be doing a drawing for a console giveaway. Somebody's getting either an Xbox Series X, a PS5, a title belt, or something of up to $500 in value. From us. We're paying for it. For you guys. We're buying it for you. So.
And it is, I just want to, I have many entries in that. Does not mean I'm going to win.
Hey, who knows? I have the box here of all the entries, by the way. Let's see this.
I just want everybody to know it is total legit thing. Yeah. Because if it wasn't, I would have already won something. Wow. I would have been given something by this point. But
he said, wow. Thank you, Jolly, for the random sound. Wow. That was applicable. Wow. Emma says, hubba hubba, Margot Robbie. Agreed. That's not why we're here, though. This is already going to be a long episode, so let's dive into things, shall we? We're going to talk about the 6 films featuring Milla Jovovich over the last, during the 15-year run it had. Yes, 15 years. 6 films were released. Most of them... It
is one of the good things throughout all the films. I'm just going to point that out.
She is one of the good things, you said?
Yes. Okay. Yes, she is.
That's fair. I'll give you that. I do want to say that it started in 2002, ran to 2017. Thank you for the host, Batman. So 15 years, 6 films. Honestly, 5...
Not a bad run.
No, for 5 more films than I thought we'd ever get. So, that's surprising. Honestly, back in 2002, I'm like, cool, we got a Resident Evil movie. I love Resident Evil. I didn't expect 6 of them in total. And now we're getting a reboot movie.
Sure.
I didn't expect that.
Which I still haven't watched the preview even because I'm scared that it will be bad.
Visually, it looks interesting. Some of the characters, though, look like cosplays, I'll be honest. In that regard, I'm not excited. I'm going to go see it, but I don't know. I'm apprehensive for it. So.
I will see it as well, and it'll only be so long until I watch previews and stuff on it, but I've held off for now.
It comes out in just 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'm not rushing to see it. It's I think exclusively in theaters too, so I'm not gonna see it right away. I like that emote, Jolly. I like it. So let's dive in though. We're gonna give a breakdown of each plot of each movie. We're gonna talk about the things we like, talk about the things we hated. If we know any differences between the source material and what they changed, we may talk about that. We also, if you want to get involved in this episode, let us know if you want to chime in. If one of the movies stands out for you and you want to talk about it and we miss something, please let us know. We have a Discord. That's how we're talking right now. You can join our Discord call. Just let us know.
That's where I'm at.
It's where he's at. The rules, though, if you're going to join us, don't be stupid. Don't be offensive. Let's keep this fun. So that's the ground rule there. I can kick you out.
Don't make us pull out the band hammer on the Discord. That would be unfortunate.
Jump scaring. I mean, you could try to jump scare. That would be fun. So yeah, don't make us regret opening the doors because I already feel like I'm regretting it. So I'm in costume tonight. This is my Halloween costume. I bought this from the last Blockbuster. I'm wearing Blockbuster and Chill, and then a Blockbuster hat, and I do have a Blockbuster membership card. So I am a Blockbuster employee for my costumes.
Isn't there still one that's still open somewhere?
There is. That's what I said. The last Blockbuster in Utah. I ordered this from their website, and they shipped it to me within a week. So, if you want to support them, look up The Last Blockbuster. There's also a documentary available. We're not sponsored.
Yeah, I'm not wearing my Halloween costume. It makes my face hot.
Man,
I got one of the light up purge masks.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
I can scare all the kids.
That's cool. I want one of those. Does it work pretty well?
Yeah. I only had to update because I have to wear my glasses under it.
Oh.
So I had to actually give it nose holes so that my breath would exit the mask instead of fogging up my glasses.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I wanted one of those. And don't talk to me about masks being warm. I wore a lucha mask for 2.5 hours last night with a giant freaking light on me, so I don't want to hear it.
Yes, but you chose to do that. I am choosing to not wear it for a stream.
It's my commitment to...
I just thought everybody would like to see my face more.
Yeah.
It's the money maker right here. This is why everybody comes.
Jolly says, me offensive? Question. Emma says, bet I'm adorbs. You won't ban me. Emma says, I have a skull and crossbones dress. Probably other randoms. See, all are fun, though. MX says, do we have that Raise Energy sponsorship still? We never had that sponsorship. All you have to do is pay $30. They send you a care package, and then you just associate your email. Cody had it. We never had it as a channel, though, because I didn't want to pay $35 for a care package. I'm cheap. I'm sorry. But that's how you sign up. They send you a care package, and then you get signed up. So, not all sponsors work that way. That was just that specific one. And I'm sure it was probably a good sponsor, but, like, how many of y'all are going to buy Raise Energy drink? Raise the hands. I'm not. I can't drink energy drinks. My doctor told me not to. So, there's that.
I gave them up a couple years ago because I used to be, like, drinking 3 or 4 of them a day. So, I made the conscious effort to stop.
Yeah, that's not good, man. Yikes.
No, that was towards the end of working at the gas station there. They were just readily available, and it was all day. Different. Yeah.
That's bad. Well, I'm glad you stopped, because that'll tear you up. But yeah, small talk. I love small talk. We're going to have a lot of it throughout this, but I do want to dive in the first plot of Resident Evil, released in 2002. Emma says genetic heart condition runs in the family. Some mom flips when I have one because heart murmur happened, erratic heartbeat. So MX says you could hypothetically get a sponsor. Yeah, sponsors are easy. All you got to do is send them an email for a lot of these things. You don't get paid unless somebody buys stuff. That's how sponsorship works for the most part, MX. And a lot of times you have to buy in. Like with Raise, you had to pay $35 and then they approve you. You don't make money until somebody buys something and then you get a dividend. That's how sponsors work. Keep that in mind. You can do that for the Gamer Grind Coffee. They're the same thing. You just send them an email. You subscribe to some of their stuff and then you can be sponsored. It's not like they seek out these Twitch streamers. You are seeking them out. So, just a little insight on how sponsorships really work, which people don't tell you.
They can give me money if they want. I just don't want to do any of the work. They can just send me money. That's cool.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. And again, you got to get people to buy the stuff, and you're getting a dividend. So, if you're a big channel, that's great, and a lot of people are buying energy drinks, that's great. But if you're a small channel like us, it's not really good. I don't know. That's my opinion. Anyways.
Cool. Resident Evil 1. Go.
Yes. 2002, action horror film directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. Let's go back in time. Mortal Kombat 95. Paul W.S. Anderson. Neat, huh? It seems to be a thing here. He directed also a ton of other things that I've enjoyed throughout time. Jolly, 5-bit donation. Hip, hip. Hooray. Thank you for that.
Hooray.
Yeah. Thank you for that, sir. See, that's how you get stuff for a channel, by the way. Bit donations. But then we turn it around into console giveaways. We're not in this for money. We want to give it to you guys. That'll be later tonight.
Give Lana your money.
Yes, give her your money. But again, that'll be later tonight. We are giving away a $500 video game console. That's awesome. I'm excited. Somebody's getting that. MX, it could be you. Kaz could be you. Emma could be you. You guys have all donated. So
it could be me.
It could be you. Could be me. I'm actually in this one, by the way. So
how would that work?
What do you mean how'd that work? I spend money. It's my money.
But how you?
It's not a conflict of interest. Well, it'd be like Cody, right? 5-bit donation, hip hip, hooray! Thank you for that,
Hooray.
Jelly. It'd be like Cody winning, right? He's part of the channel, but he spent his money. The bits that I donated were my personal money. I wasn't mixing business money with it. I could win. I think I only have 5 entries, but I could win.
I'll allow it.
You have no choice but to allow
I
it.
know. I don't have any say in it anyway. That's just me pretending.
How mad would everyone be, though, if it was like, and I'm the winner? I might just do that anyways, because that'll be funny. Okay. The film opens with an introduction of the origins of the Umbrella Corporation, which at the beginning of the 21st century is the world's biggest conglomerate entities, while its political and economic influence is felt everywhere. But unbeknownst to the public, it hides a sinister and criminal secret to the mega corporation itself is involved in military technology, bioweaponry, and genetic experimentation. I'll be honest, I loved the opening. Trevor says he could have the Xbox if I win.
Good move. It's a good intro.
Yeah, I love I mean I love science fiction and horror and like this evil corporation doing genetic experimentation. That's exciting. Like this is cool. Umbrella. Yes. You have the tattoo. You got to get it touched up though. It's looking a little faded.
It's real rough, man. It's old now at this point.
Yeah, that's all right. We just faded.
That tattoo's 15 years old.
Damn. That's older than some of our viewers.
I have my first one is now 18 years old.
Damn.
Or over 18. Yeah, so my tattoo is old enough to vote.
You should see how that works. See if it happens. So cool opening, the setup and everything. Underneath Raccoon City exists a genetic research facility called the Hive, owned by the Umbrella Corporation. A thief, which we find out later on the film who the thief is, steals the genetically engineered T-virus and contaminates the Hive with it. In response, the facility's artificial intelligence, the Red Queen, seals the Hive and kills everyone inside. So we get our first little kill sequence. What's up, Cody? We get our first interesting sequence. Obviously, cool editing, the escape, if you will, from the Hive, and then it getting slowly locked down as the T-virus goes from liquid form to airborne, and the Queen then seals everything. And there are some people in the elevator, some people still working in the office. They have some of the lab technicians having to cover up experiments and stuff. One of the sequences, the elevator shutting down and them trying to pry open the doors, which allows one of the smaller females to stick her head out of it. It goes down, almost smashing her face.
This is one of those, you know what's coming, and you still just want to watch it the entire time.
Oh, it's so
from the
cringe.
first time I saw it.
It's so cringe. It's implied, though. They don't actually show what happens. And then the elevator brings it back up, and that's when whatever happens to her.
One of the funny things, because I've watched a lot of the extras on the first couple movies, that is a practical, woman with her head out of a elevator they built that drops on the first one.
No, I'm not. So no, unless you certify that nothing's gonna happen to me, I'm not doing that stunt.
They did tell you it was designed, it would only go that low, and if you watch real closely from watching the extras, the floor is actually it would break instead of decapitating her. When her arm hits it, it actually bends. But still, you got your head out of a thing and it's dropping at what looks like a floor.
Yeah, no, I'm good. It was pretty gnarly, and obviously immediately you're engrossed in what is happening, and it gives the introduction of obviously Umbrella, the experiments. It introduces the Hive, which is the main setting of the film. So a lot is done in this short little bit of time, and I thought it was very well edited and cleverly put together. But then we go to our main protagonist of it all, the one that so many people are pissed about in general about this whole franchise. And the common feedback I always get was, Alice isn't in the video games. Okay, so?
Well,
why does that matter? I want to raise their hands by all those people complaining how many actually played the games in and out and knew the lore that much. Because that's the same complaint I hear from people complaining about these movies. that she's not a character from the games.
For me, it didn't matter. It was the style for it was like it brought some of the elements in from the games enough for me. But
Yeah,
I never cared that she wasn't one of the main people from the video game.
and honestly, if they stuck to a lot of the main stories, we wouldn't have had the story arc that we have with these films. I like that they're unique and stand out. If you want the stories of the games, play the games. If you want this particular character story arc with elements inspired by the game world, watch the films. So like that's a main critique as far as giving back to those complainers. Like
They did. They brought in some characters that you knew from the games into different parts of the series.
And they did, and we'll talk about that throughout as we reach those films. So again, we get to Alice. She awakens in the bathroom in a deserted mansion with temporary amnesia. A racy scene, if you will. There's some nudity in the beginning. Is it necessary? Probably not.
But no, I didn't complain about it.
No, but it's one of those things. It's they want to lure in a certain audience, right? They're catering to the 18 to 25-year-olds for this movie. The key demographic, if you will, Cody. But Trevor says it's always necessary for nudity.
I would never say it's necessary. No, it's not necessary. If that scene was not in there, it would not have made the movie worse.
It is vital to the plot. They actually go back to that scene in other movies too for the flashbacks. It's like, really, we saw this.
Yes.
We're doing it again. Jolly says, although I love the Leon storyline and what they did on the Netflix show. Yeah, was there more than 4 episodes ever? Or was that the whole show on Netflix? Because all I saw was 4. Emma also says nudity is vital. Come on. I mean, to each their own. All right. So she dresses, she checks the mansion, and then is tackled by an unknown person as a group of commandos led by James Shade breaks in. Alice's attacker is cuffed and then released. I love this introduction to the character too. Report. Like he's so like adamant, but yet he knows that she may be suffering from amnesia. Like she doesn't know what is going on. She's lost her mind. So.
And I know you might bring it up later, but it's super important to why this first one to me, like a vital part of it, them coming in the super industrial guitar because Marilyn Manson did the score for the first movie.
Yes.
It is so great. Like it's because it's just different from what you get on a lot of stuff.
Oh, the soundtracks to these movies are fantastic. I absolutely love the soundtracks to all of them. So, real good stuff. Trevor says, what scene does everyone remember from Titanic? I mean, what scene do you remember, Trevor? Clearly, one stood out for you.
What I always remember is her not letting him on the door, so he dies.
That's the one. Emma says, homie Leo D can draw me like one of his French girls any day of the week. Or the car scene, steamy. Y'all on some other things tonight. Somebody's a toad. You get it?
I think the kids are calling it thirsty. Is that what it is?
They thirsty. It's Friday, though.
Yeah.
Thursday. Come on. Alice's attacker's cuffed. Yes. When he claims to be Matt Addison, who just transferred as a cop in Raccoon PD. Alice and Matt are ordered to go down to the hive with the group, where they find another amnesiac, Spence, hidden in their train. The commandos explain that everyone in the group except Matt is an employee of the Umbrella Corporation, and Alice and her partner Spence were assigned to guard the hive's secret entrance under the mansion, the pretense of being married. So today you're, what is it? Your dreams come true or something? Was the note that was left?
Yeah.
Yes, Trevor. They are in horny jail. Good Lord, you guys.
Need to get out more people.
So I love this. This movie is like what I talked about with Silent Hill. It's kind of like a horror ride. You're going through the locations with them.
Spooky ride, not horror.
Spooky ride, not horror. Right. Spooky. You're going through the journey with them from location. It almost feel like it's being played out in real time. It's not set over a extended period of time. It seems like you're playing it out as it's happening. You're with them for this ride. So I like that immediately with the editing and going from location to location as they go deeper into the hive. I enjoyed that. Which brings them to the Queen's Chamber. One of the other cool special effects sequences here. At the Red Queen's Chamber, a laser defense system kills Shade.
The laser grid?
Yes. Yeah. Like, I love that it is smart, too.
Turns him into hamburger?
Oh, completely. But it starts out of just a simple line. And
then the line moves.
And then it moves. One of the ladies gets decapitated. Her head slides off. Other one had his fingers cut off. And then the last... thank you, Jolly.
It does
or Emma,
the whole thing.
With the scare. She tried. Got me thinking, too. That's the best time to try to scare me when I'm completely off guard. I hope somebody else jumped, though. That was the point of it. See, now you derailed me. It eliminated all the people in the hall. And then it keeps expanding and changing. The last guard is in there. What's that? Thank you for the host, Cody. And the last guard is in there thinking he outsmarted everything. He's ready for the next thing to dodge or jump out of the way of. And then it turns into this like hexagon style grid.
It fills the entire
hall. And he's just like, oh, shh. And like you said, turned him into a hamburger, just sliced him up. Slice and dice. And then he got cubed. He just fell apart in cubes. And they're all sitting there at the computer just watching this down because it sealed the doors to the hallway. And the one hacker nerd is like, we got to keep going. And the one guy's like, are you kidding me? Like, did you just not see what happened? We're not going in there.
I will point out it did do the movie cliche. The hacker, like, computer guy got it to shut off right after it went all the way through the guy.
Well, of course. Of course.
Like, literally, it's an inch after just completely destroying him, and then it gets shut off.
Of course. The thing that bothered me about the hallway, there was like, I get it's lasers and heat, but there was like no blood. No blood in the hall. Just like sliced up bodies. And where was the cubed guy? Like there were no cube pieces when they were going down the hall. And like when they come back to this hall.
They had to cut it out just for,
No, it's BS. They didn't do it. It's too much work. And then when they come back to this hall, all the bodies are gone because they're zombies, right? How did just the head get up and go? Because the one lady was decapitated.
Be there, and the cube guy would still be there.
The cube guy would still be there. The guy maybe cut in half down the middle. Sure, he might, get left and then crawl away with his arms. Oh, here we go. Halloween.
And then there's the, right after this part is one of the big sound bites that gets used for the entire series and a bunch of stuff, too.
Yes. Uttered by the Red Queen herself.
Right before they shut her down to unlock everything.
Yep, so that's what they're taking. They're taking a device in there, which is basically an EMP, and it overrides and disables the computer system, right? It's an electromagnetic pulse, so it's going to disable. And she gives warning and pleas for the group to leave. They disable it, and as he's doing that, she turns and has, like you said, the iconic thing, "You're all going to die down here."
Yeah.
Amazing. And so iconic and quotable. I wonder, too, like if they knew back when they were making this one, how iconic that would end up being.
It's just, if you, like, a small little scene that lasts forever, and it's perfect. You got the little girl voice saying something creepy. It's...
Yeah, I like I said, I enjoyed that. That was sweet. Cool stuff so far. So the power fails, all the doors and the hives open. This releases the staff and containment units containing the lickers. Also, all the other zombies and workers that were there. So lickers were creatures created through experimentation and, injecting it directly? Was what they said?
They said injecting the virus directly into living tissue.
Yes, which created the lickers, which are characters introduced in the video games as well. So that was a nice little nod, and those things are a pain in the ass if you've ever played the games. The humans are attacked by a horde. JD dies. Rain gets bit. The bitch bit me was specifically what she said. The one guy's in shock because he kept shooting her in the leg, and then she pulls out her semi-automatic, and the lady goes flying. But then when everyone gathers back in this little room, they're like, where did she go? And they're all shocked. They're like, how is this a thing? Because no person could get away and get up from that stuff. Trevor says the lickers are called hunters in the game. I thought they were known as lickers in the game. Are they known as hunters?
I always thought they were called lickers.
That's what I thought too.
Man.
I don't know. But yeah, so they're in panic. They're trying to escape. They're trying to get through one of the doors. The doors open up, and then it takes another one of the members. So one by one, people are getting got by the zombies. Rain retreats with Kaplan and Spence, and Matt becomes separated from Alice, who starts regaining her memories. Matt looks for information about his sister. Lisa finds her zombified. Alice saves him, and Matt explains he and Lisa were environmental activists. So we get a little of a backstory, how she was a contact for somebody in the hive. We also have the cool, during this time, her fighting the dogs. So we get to see the dogs, which are in almost all the movies, except for one of them. So that was kind of cool. The cool editing with the run up the wall, the Showtime kick, if you will. So Anthony Pettis nod there, for those that are MMA fans. Where he runs up the cage wall and does a kick. But yeah, she did that, ran up the wall and kicked the dog. So that was cool. Trevor says Hunters was something in the first game. You could be right. My memory's failing me right now on that.
I will admit I've only very briefly played the first Resident Evil game. And that was when they re-released it after Resident Evil 2.
The director's cut?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not expecting anyone to be experts. So Lisa infiltrated Umbrella to smuggle out the evidence of illegal experiments. Alice remembers she was Lisa's contact in the hive, but does not tell Matt. The survivors reunite at the Red Queen's chamber. Again, this is now where everyone's gone in the hallway, because they all came back to life. And the commandos explain they have 1 hour before the hive traps them inside automatically. So now they have to get the hell out. They're getting in there to get the T-virus and the antivirus, and they're trying to get out. And they had to shut down the Red Queen to do so. And they were trying to find exactly what happened too in here. To force her cooperation, they rig a remote shutdown. And as they escape through maintenance tunnels, zombies ambush them again. A reanimated JD now bites Rain. So this is twice now she's been bit. Like, the thing about her, too, is how does she not turn?
He's a badass.
She is a badass. I'll give you that. But how did she not turn? Like, it's taking her forever compared to everybody else.
Because it makes the plot better?
I guess. Makes it confusing. As they escape, she gets bit. JD bites Rain before she then shoots him dead. They all reach safety except for Kaplan, who is bitten and separated from the group. Alice remembers that an antivirus is in the lab, but when they get to the lab, they find it missing. During this little scramble, Spence and Alice remember that Spence was the one thief who stole it, so the guy in the beginning that we didn't really get to see a clear picture of, that was him.
Spence.
And that's why he was on the tram in the beginning.
Spence is an a-hole.
Because he was trying to get out. So his memories are coming back, and he's the betrayer.
Also, in this scene here, which again from watching the extra features, so the dive that Milla does, that Alice does, trying to reach the gun in this scene, was not in the script. So from then on, for the rest of the movie, they had to soak Milla Jovovich down because she did the dive, and the director liked this. That she did it so much. So it wasn't in that. She was supposed to be wet for the rest of the movie, but she did the dive in that scene to try to grab the gun from Spence.
I mean, it
so
works.
She did it to herself.
Yeah, it works. I mean, hey, way to commit.
It's just a funny thing from watching the commentary where he's like, yeah, that wasn't in it. She just did that, and I liked it. Like the director talking about it.
Hey, I mean, if it works, why not? So yeah, Spence and Alice remember that Spence was the thief who purposely released the T-virus and hid the T-virus and antivirus on the train. So we find out then the antivirus and all that stuff is already on the train right where they were at to begin with, which is frustrating because how many people died? Like, not cool. Spence turns against the others but is bitten by a zombie through all of this, which he kills before trapping the survivors in the lab. Spence heads down to the tram and retrieves the antivirus, but unfortunately, I should say fortunately, he's bitten by a zombie, and then he's killed by the, he's killed by the liquor. Comes down from the ceiling in the room there, which was actually set upon him by the Red Queen, which she reveals. The Red Queen offers to spare Alice and Matt if they kill Rain, who has been infected far too long for the antivirus to work reliably. This exchange, this is a bit of editing trickery. They take an axe. It looks like they're going to chop off the head of Rain, but instead we see it taking out the computer system. So, and then simultaneously the lab door opens. Hey, thank you, Jolly, for the sheep scream. I like that one. So the lab door opens, and then Kaplan was back. He shut down the Red Queen. He said she wouldn't cooperate, so we had to shut her down. The group then heads to the train where Alice retrieves the antivirus and kills a reanimated Spence before escaping with the others. And then she quotes the note that was in the mansion from earlier to him, which was left to her. So I thought that was a nice little nod for the significance of that note, I guess, regarding today. It was really them supposed to betray everyone and then go off and get rich by selling it in the black market, basically. That was supposed to be their story, but instead...
That was, from my take, that was his idea. She never wanted to do it.
Right.
He was like, we're going to sell it and be rich and go away together.
Yeah. So, yeah, she was the better person there, and he was not.
He's an a-hole.
He was. On the train, they inject Rain and Kaplan with the antivirus. The liquor, having hidden on the train, attacks them, clawing Matt and killing Kaplan. Alice subdues the liquor before Matt is attacked by a zombified Rain now, so the antivirus didn't work because it took too long. The antivirus, having failed to cure her, he shoots Rain dead, and then her head hits a green button, opening the door and dropping the liquor under the train and killing it. Back at the mansion now, Matt's wounds begin mutating on his arm because he got scratched during the fiasco on the tram. And before Alice can give him the antivirus, the mansion doors open and a group of Umbrella scientists seize them. They subdue Alice and take Matt away, revealing he's to be put in the Nemesis program. And that the Hive has... It is foreshadowing. And that the Hive has to be reopened for an investigation into the incident. We then get a little bonus of sometime later, Alice awakens at the Raccoon City Hospital strapped to an examination table. She escapes and goes outside to find Raccoon City deserted and in ruins. She finds a shotgun from an abandoned police car and continues through the streets as they pan out to a wide shot of Raccoon City. And then into the awesome soundtrack for the credits.
And other little specials here. The Matt character, his arm twitching, like all the muscles in his shoulder itself moving, were actually him doing that.
Yeah, and the bonus features...
was CG was the little like tentacle things coming out, but all the muscle movement, that was all him.
Yeah, she complimented him in one of the bonus features and said that he was just super muscular and he was able to do that.
And that one, and yeah, and then the Nemesis program.
Yes, which is actually the third game. So they were alluding to Nemesis in Resident Evil 3. So I thought that was cool. Good stuff. So 2 years later, well, do we want to say, do we like it? I think the general consensus is we really like that movie.
Yes, that, not even just for video, that's one of my favorite movies. So.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Just nostalgia and just for that time period. And like I said, what they did with the soundtrack. But it's still different. It's still different than even the rest of the movies and other movies today.
It is. Cody asked, does he have thick thighs? He may. They never showed him, so I don't know. We did go see this in theaters together. We went with Bill. Do you remember that?
Yes.
So we saw the first one with Bill, so that was cool. That was back when he worked at the movie theaters. So, cool stuff. So 2 years go by. 2004, we get the sequel, the immediate follow-up, known as Resident Evil Apocalypse. So again, this is the second of 6 installments here. And it introduces some characters from the game series, some more characters. We get Jill Valentine. We get Carlos Olivera. They join the cast here for this one. We'll dive through like before. So in the previous film, former security operative Alice and environmental activist Matt Addison fought to escape the underground genetic research facility called the Hive. So we know this. And it ended with them being taken into custody, right? We find her waking up into the city of Raccoon. Umbrella sends a team to the Hive to investigate what happened there, and the team is overrun by zombies who quickly spread to the nearby Raccoon City. Umbrella reacts by quarantining the city, which then we pan to start getting plot pieces of who's doing what in the city. There's a lot of people still alive, so when she gets out and the outbreak happens, that was just for that section of the city. They're quarantining and evacuating vital personnel from it. I thought this intro was fantastic too, where they start going in those black trucks to all the vital operatives and important people for Umbrella. That was cool. Like, we went from I don't want to say a minimal production value set, but it's pretty basic, right? The Hive is basic. It's one location for the movie primarily.
Yeah.
This opens up and is like full on bigger budget. Like, and it had the look of it too. Like, they really opened this up, and I liked the beginning of this, and it started off really strong. So we find out Angela Ashford, who is the daughter of the Umbrella researcher Dr. Charles Ashford, goes missing after her security car is involved in a collision while being extracted from the city. So they come and take her from the school, and then she gets hit by, a truck or a dump truck or something.
I think it's almost like a plow.
Yeah, just a big truck. Just destroys their truck. She is the Red Queen herself. She's the embodiment of
that was what the Red Queen was modeled on. Yeah.
It was. Which there's actually some retconning too that we found out in the later films regarding the Red Queen and her and the origin stories. We'll talk about that when we get to the final chapter because they changed things. But yeah, the truck upside down, she survives. I don't believe anyone else in the vehicle did though.
They don't say, so I'm going to guess no.
Yeah, I'm going to go with no. Meanwhile, disgraced Raccoon City Police Department Special Tactics and Rescue stars. Operative Jill Valentine returns to her former precinct to encourage her fellow officers to evacuate Raccoon City. And holy crap, I fell in love. I'm like, Jill Valentine, wow, you were a BA. Like, her intro sequence and just shooting everybody down and just...
You gotta shoot him in the head.
Yeah. I'm like, man, this is awesome. And then we get the introduction for LJ, Mike Epps, in the movie.
He is great comic relief in this movie. He really.
You know, they were originally going to put Snoop Dogg in his role.
I don't know if it would have been as funny.
No, I don't think it would have. That's just my opinion. But the introduction, the iconic attire too that Valentine's wearing, and just to make her so badass, I was like, this is awesome, but yet this is going to be problematic for another female badass in the movie. Like, they're gonna tussle at some point.
I will say, just random, this series does very well at making female characters badasses.
They do. There was heavy critique, though, that they made them a badass, but yet still objectifying them with their attires. So there was critique.
I could see that. Like you kind of pointed out, it's geared toward a certain demographic.
Yeah. Jolly says... Go ahead.
I would concede that they are objectified in their attires. I would give that one to people.
Jolly said it would have because, he would have had a fat blunt throughout the entire movie. Speaking of Snoop Dogg, here's the thing, like, it's heavily implied and even shown that he had blunts for LJ's character. It's one of the things, spoiler, with Carlos Olivera, where he finds a hidden blunt in the vehicle when he sacrifices himself later in the series to save them. He finds...
LJ is the one that has the
blunts.
the special smoke.
He made me mad though. Later on, we'll get to him. He made me mad. What he did, he was trying to get booty. And he was bit. Remember?
Yeah.
Not okay, dude. You're putting somebody else at risk just because you want to get booty before you die. Anyway, that's a different movie. It's not this one. So Alice awakens. Go ahead.
I don't think you're quite there yet, but just real fast. LJ has another one, and it's the comic relief. But his scene driving the car a little later, where he nails a gas, drills a zombie. 10 points, GTA.
GTA, motherfucker.
It's so good.
That is good stuff. Yeah, he's definitely the comic relief, and I enjoyed his character.
Motherfucker, please, my shit is custom. Like that.
That's good stuff too. Like he's spot on. I liked his character.
It was written really well. It was good stuff. Like it was.
Trevor says, "Man, gonna risk it all for some ass." He was. That ass was specifically Ashanti.
Not going to. He did. He did.
He did risk it all. It was Ashanti. Spoiler: she didn't make it either, though. So a lot of people be dying in these movies. Spoiler. So we finally get back to where we were. All this stuff happened. It was the setup, and then we get to present time. Alice awakening in a deserted hospital and wanders the city in search of supplies. When Umbrella uses the only bridge of the area to evacuate the civilians. At the bridge, Valentine meets with her former partner, Sergeant Peyton Wells, and a civilian then turns into a zombie, biting and infecting Wells. And in response to the virus reaching the bridge, Major Timothy Kane, leader of the Umbrella forces in Raccoon City, steals the exit and forces the residents to return to the city. Cody says if the ass is good enough, it's worth dying for.
Is it worth getting other people killed for?
That's the selfish part, right? That's what I'm saying.
If it was just him dying, like, that wouldn't be as big of a deal. But, risking other people, that's where it comes in.
Trevor says Ashanti did have a nice ass. Cody says people die. Spoiler alert for Halloween Kills. See, yeah, this dude messaged me. He said people die in Halloween Kills. I'm like, you're spoiling the movie for me.
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen.
That's the joke. Jeez. You guys. After being abandoned by the employer following a failed attempt to rescue civilian Umbrella soldiers, Carlos Olivera and Nikolai Genova, how do you say his name? Nikolai.
They don't ever say his name. Nikolai. It's just Nikolai.
Team up with the surviving STARS operatives to repel the zombie attacks. Which this was a cool sequence because we get introduced to Nemesis during all this. And we also see Nemesis destroy a lot of people. Except for LJ. Because he's a civilian and he's not STARS.
Yeah, he drops his guns.
Yeah.
Drops his guns.
So he doesn't. He's not a threat. What they identified him as. I'm like, well, damn. Way to devalue him. So much for your custom weapons.
That's where he had the. I don't know if it was a. I always thought it was, but I don't know the guy that was on the roof. I think he has a name in one of the games as well. But I can't remember. But the guy that was trying to snipe everybody, which he did headshots until he was shooting at Nemesis. It's one of the things that always bugged me about that scene. Like, drilling everybody right in the head, and then he's got this giant guy, and he's just going for chest shots.
Yeah, that's... movies, I mean... Yeah, keep it interesting, I guess. So again, the position is overrun. Olivera is bitten and infected. At a separate location, Valentine Wells and news reporter Terry Morales are about to be overrun, though they are saved by Alice. So in the church sequence here, what the hell is this all about? The motorcycle through the glass. So obnoxious.
Just does it look cool?
So obnoxious. I don't understand it.
And then you find out that the priest is keeping his sister alive and feeding her, trying to pray the T-virus out of her.
Yeah, that was a bit messed up. I didn't enjoy that sequence. At this time, Umbrella deploys a heavily mutated experimental super soldier, the Nemesis, who kills the remaining STARS members before searching for Alice. So that's the whole thing. They're testing him, right? They want to see how these two can do battle. That's the whole point of all this. They want them to meet each other. Dr. Ashford hacks into the city's closed-circuit television system and uses it to contact Alice and other survivors, offering to arrange their evacuation from the city in exchange for help in locating his daughter. He makes an identical offer to Olivera and Nikolai and explains that Umbrella intends to rid Raccoon City of the zombie infection by destroying it with a nuclear bomb.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. Which happens in the game. So they just go on to wipe it off the map. So on their way to Angela's location, Alice and the others are ambushed by Nemesis. Valentine kills Wells after he turns into a zombie. Alice engages Nemesis but is wounded and forced to retreat separately, luring Nemesis away from the rest of the group. Which this sequence that they battle, like, you're kind of hype. It's not as Godzilla vs. Kong kind of scale hype, but like you're still excited for this first encounter. Like, that's a cool moment.
And the one of the first times I remember the finger, when she puts her finger back.
Yeah, that was gross. Gross. Valentine and Morales continue picking up a stranded civilian LJ en route. Valentine meets Olivera, and they find and rescue Angela, although Morales and Nikolai are both killed. This was in the school, which that was messed up with all the school children with the reporter. That was pretty dark.
Yeah, that was kind
of... So through this, Angela reveals that the outbreak is a result of a virus created by her father to treat the genetic disease from which she suffers. She has the T virus. Only by regularly injecting herself with the virus, Angela is able to survive. Though she must also take the antivirus serum to prevent turning into a zombie. Alice uses some of the antivirus to cure Olivera.
And this is another one of the comedic moments. Motherfucker, I'm been hanging with you and shit.
Yeah, because he was bitten. He's been with him the whole time. He's like, what the hell? Why wouldn't you tell me? Like, yeah, that's a good line too. I enjoyed that one.
So I'm gonna pull it like we talked about. This movie he is perfect comic relief for the horror movie in this one. It's good stuff.
I think this movie is the lowest rated in the franchise as far as the scores from critics. This one is considered the worst.
That kind of surprises me a little bit. But...
Which, we're going to rank these things at the end. I don't think this is the worst for me. I don't know, though. I don't know. I don't think this is the worst. But we'll find out at the end of this thing.
I'll tell you, not going to do my whole list. This is not the worst for me.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see.
We'll do the list later.
Where was I?
You gotta stick around for the end for that.
Yes, you have to stick around because we're giving away prizes. Soon we'll give away a movie. Who wants a movie? Somebody want a movie? I don't know. We'll give it away. We'll see what people think. So Alice used the antivirus to cure Olivera. Dr. Ashford gives Alice the location of an extraction point where a helicopter awaits. The group makes it to the rendezvous point, but are ambushed by the Umbrella forces. Major Kane kills Dr. Ashford and forces Alice, whom he reveals was augmented by the T-virus, to fight Nemesis. So this scene sucked, man. Like, the dad, who's trying to do the right thing and save his daughter, gets killed in front of his freaking kid. Like, what the hell? That was dark. I was like, out of anyone I wanted to make it out, like, I get, yes, the kid should make it out, but, like, the dad should too? Like, come on.
And then she was very important to me. I don't care about her. I'll kill her in a second. Like,
yeah. Cody says
turned him into the bad guy in like half a second.
Emma says I have a charcoal teeth thingy. Pretty awesome. Super smooth and clean. See, that's why I ignored you, Cody. You were talking about some weird stuff in chat. Y'all are on some next level right now. Let me tell you. We're not there yet. Alice gains the upper hand and upper hand over the super soldier, though she ceases fighting after realizing that he is Matt, her friend, mutated by the experiments, so she does not want to continue. Nemesis turns then on Major Kane and attacks the Umbrella troops, but is killed protecting Alice. So that was very sweet. So even mutated, he sacrificed himself. Probably because
it's like they both remembered who they were at the same time.
Yeah. We do love weird, Emma, it's true. And that's what Cody said. The rest of the survivors seize the helicopter. They eject Major Kane from it, and he gets killed by the zombies. Most specifically, Dr. Ashford, whom he killed, turned into a zombie. Very quickly, mind you. Remember, that was a critique on how quickly people turn. And he came crawling over, and he's the one that led the zombie attack on the Major.
He was also killed, so that's why he turned faster.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. I thought it was poetic that Dr. Ashford, as a zombie, got to kill the Major. I was like, all right, I like this. There's the comeuppance, right? He's still dead, but still, you know. As the survivors escape, the nuclear bomb detonates over the city, and the resulting blast wave causes the helicopter to crash. Alice sacrifices herself to save Angela, basically like shrapnel. She dives in the way from it and impales her. And the TV footage attributes the nuclear attack to a meltdown of the city's nuclear power plant, covering up Umbrella's involvement, which, go figure. Could you imagine the government trying to cover something up? Never. This episode is now going to get edited because I said that.
Well, this wasn't the government. This was an evil corporation.
Okay. Still, I'm making comparisons.
No, we're evil corporations. Never said anything bad about the government.
Fair.
Okay, we're good now. We can go on.
Alice wakes up in an Umbrella research facility and escapes with help from Olivera, Valentine, LJ, and Angela, which was a cool sequence. She's in this, like, Vita chamber, and they let her get out, and they're running tests on her, and they think that she's not fully active, if you will, Project Alice. Yeah. And as she's recognizing a pen, she's fully aware, and then almost stabs the guard in the eye with the pen. I was like, the eye stuff, don't like that. So that was neat. She demolishes that room, and they allow her to leave. Like, the main doctor remotes into the security guard station and let her go. He wants to see what Project Alice can do. He doesn't need her there now. He wants to see what Project Alice can do. Because he can monitor her. He's tracking her, right? He knows where she's at all times. So as they're escaping in, Dr. Alexander Isaacs, the top-ranking Umbrella employee, reveals that Alice's escape is part of Umbrella's plan for her. So that was neat. Again, I enjoyed this one. Not on the same level of appreciation as the first one, but I thought this was a great add to the series. Like, I really enjoyed this movie. There's certain critiques. It changed the atmosphere of zombie movies, but it wasn't in a bad way. I think it still had that threat to it. It's just now in the city, right? And the introduction, I think, of Nemesis really helped the plot along. So.
Like I said, this one is not even my pick for the lowest in the series. So.
No. And again, we're going to rank it at the end of these. I'm just flying through plot points to see if anybody has any things to say that they enjoyed in chat. So far, they're talking about facials in chat right now. So not even relevant to what we're talking about.
No, that's okay. Spoiler, I can't see chat while I'm talking with you, so.
You know, it's probably best you don't sometimes. So. All headshots for the rest of the reviews have to be called facials. No, we're not gonna. Good Lord. 2007 Resident Evil Extinction. This might be. I don't know. This might be one where I was kind of mixed feelings on. There are certain things I really enjoyed from this one, but then there were some things that I don't know, I didn't love in this one. Let's talk about that plot. Let's reminisce. Emma says naughty is fun. Jolly says Mrs. Cos said we're being naughty and we need to quit. Cody asks you don't like facials. See, what is happening? This chat's being hijacked by facials. Y'all are crazy. Anyways. A cloned Alice wakes up in a mansion. Wanders through its halls and is forced to escape several security traps mirroring some of the events from the first film. During her escape, Alice makes use of new telekinetic powers and kills a security guard. However, she is eventually killed by a bouncing mine hidden in the floor, and her body is dumped into a pit filled with dozens of other Alice clones, representing the failed results of the Umbrella Corporation ongoing Project Alice. Jolly says, on a side note, you enjoyed the third movie a lot. John, let us know why. We'd love to hear why. So the intro was neat. I was like, what is happening here? What is... Because obviously it doesn't connect right off the bat to the ending plot of the second one. So it's kind of a unique intro. It was... The big reveal is the dumping of the body with the other bodies, right? You're like, oh... That's messed up. But it makes sense, you know, for what they're doing. And it makes even more sense for the final chapter, the final movie. When all this stuff comes full circle, you're like, oh. It was a good, like, big reveal. You liked the on-the-road stuff surviving after a big event? I mean, fair. So that's generally what this is. Like Jolly said, on the road stuff, surviving. That's a great way to describe it. It's what happens in this one. So following Umbrella's attempts to cover up the contamination in Raccoon City, the T-virus spreads around the world. Could you imagine a virus spreading around the world and everyone getting infected by it?
Never would happen, ever. No.
I'm shaking my head. I'm just shaking my head because have we learned nothing? Emma says, it sounds wild. It does, doesn't it? Unbelievable. You know, back in 2007, I would have been like, yeah, unbelievable. How could we let this happen? Fuck. Yeah, makes me sad. Anyway. So it spreads around the world, devastating not only the human population, but the entire global environment. Oh God, we got tortugas now having sex. That sounds unbelievable. Hashtag fuck, she says. Yes. I like turtles. See, you miss all this stuff not being connected and hearing the... I'm literally listening to turtles doing it in my ears right now. And when people listen to this back, they're like, why do we follow this podcast? This is obnoxious. They can never get to the point of anything.
Well, we kind of do a little bit.
Good Lord. Cody says he's TikTok famous. Well, damn. Look at you, Cody. So, yes. Human populations devastated the entire global environment in the next 5 years will be as well. The real Alice wanders the wasteland that was once the southwestern United States, and after fighting off a family of marauders, discovers information in an abandoned notebook referring to an unaffected area in Alaska. Alice realized that she, like her clones, have developed telekinesis. This sequence was messed up with the marauders.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. Like, it was almost like The Hills Have Eyes. They just, like, borrowed a little bit from that to make a scene.
Well, they tried to do the naughty tour. Like, that's not cool. Like, they went down a dark road. I'm like, yeah. And then the lady got mad because she... Go ahead.
About how the people would digress. I was trying to point out that where there's going to be people that would actually resort to doing things like that.
Well, I'm sure of it. Like, I'm not, saying that that's not a thing, because there's shitty people. But like the funny, how do I say fun? Funny? Yeah, we'll go funny. Jolly says, "Do I hear banjos?" You probably would too. The thing was, the lady got mad when she retaliates from being basically almost raped, right? In killing the guy. She's like, you killed him. Like, motherfucker, what do you think? Like, yeah, she's gonna kill him, and then she's gonna kill all of you. Like, don't do that to people. You get what you deserve.
A pet with their pet zombie dog.
Right, yeah. Like, what the hell? Yeah, there were some weird folks. Yeah, some Hills Have Eyes, as you said. That's a good example. But she got out of there. Okay, so we're good. Meanwhile, Dr. Alexander Isaacs, the former head of Project Alice and top official at the North American Umbrella facility in Nevada, considers Alice's recapture a top priority due to her ability to bond with the T-virus without mutating. Like, here's the thing. Why would you let her go if you wanted her back?
You didn't know at the time, bro.
Like, why would you release your experiment until you fully realize things? Like, that's stupid.
Because things.
Stupid. The chase is always fun.
They wouldn't have movies if they wouldn't have let her go at the end of the second one.
Okay, fair. At a meeting of Umbrella's executives, Isaacs attempts to persuade Umbrella's board of directors that he can use Alice's blood to develop a treatment that will tame the infected zombies, and Isaac's plan is dismissed by Umbrella CEO Albert Wesker. We're introduced to Wesker finally.
Wesker.
Which was played by a different actor in this one than the other ones. They replaced him because this Albert Wesker was terrible. He was not a good actor. But this Albert Wesker ended up voicing Batman in the animated movies over the last 10 years. So I didn't know that was a thing until doing some research on the Bat actor.
Will Arnett?
No.
No? Okay.
This man's name is Jason O'Mara. So, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Will Arnett does the Lego Batman voice.
Yeah. Jolly corrected you as well. Jolly says, no, that's Lego Batman. So there you go. See, chat knows their things. That's why they're here. They're the true nerds. We're just the talking heads. Not to be confused with the band. The Talking Heads. Anyways. So yes, Albert Wesker. I was excited because he is a great villain in the franchise. Awesome to see him introduced here. So the CEO orders Isaacs to return to his work with the clones. Our house in the middle of the street. Our house. Simultaneously, a convoy of survivors led by Claire Redfield. Yes, more characters that we know. Who actually was pretty well cast, in my opinion. Ali Larter.
Ali Larter's good.
Yeah, like she wasn't a bad choice for this. She's not the best actress, but she wasn't a bad choice for this role. I think she's convincing.
She was believable for what trying to like I said, the kick-ass female character. She was believable in that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. She worked for this character, so good casting choice. So we have a convoy of survivors led by Claire and Carlos Olivera, as well as LJ, who are traveling across the country in search of supplies and safe harbor. While searching a motel, LJ is bitten by a zombie. It was like a naked zombie too. Man. Kira says he's a terrible actor, but at least he was a good voice actor. He did really good in Justice League movies. See, that's what I mean, Kira. He was a great voice actor, but he was not a good actor in this character. It was so off-putting him as Wesker. Not good. So yeah, LJ gets bit. I didn't remember
that he was different in this one. That's how much I've toned it out.
I mean, the look, he was a little thicker. And the look is pretty much the same. They try to make him look the same, but the other guy looked better in the role and was just a better actor for the character. And I really like Wesker. So Kira says he looked plastic. Yeah, it looked weird in this one. If you go back and check it out, check out the differences between the Weskers. The newer one's way better. So fearing that the harsh fate awaits him, he chooses not to tell the other survivors about the injury. Including Ashanti, because he wants to get that booty. Damn him. The next morning, the convoy is attacked by a murderous flock of infected crows, which was cool. They did like a close-up, and the eye was all red and like crazy. So,
and they covered it saying they got infected by eating infected meat,
which makes complete sense. So the pandemic that we're in right now is supposedly from a bat. So, and they have had reports of animals getting this too. So this is the thing. With the team nearly overwhelmed, Alice appears and defeats the remaining crows with her newfound telekinesis, which was super cool with the flamethrower. And then she used it to save Olivera and save some of the other survivors. And then throw the fire into the flock. The sky was filled with crows and just burned it all. The burning skies. I don't know how else to describe this, but it was one of the better special effects sequences of the whole movie.
Yeah. How about that? Kaplooey.
It was great. It was a good scene. Like, it was cool.
Yes. Agreed.
Like The Walking Dead when they eat Bob's leg. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I saw Batgirl get ripped up, started tearing up. Shazam do his last Shazam broke me. Shazam! Good stuff. Where was I? So yes. Awaking shortly after, Alice is introduced to Claire and tells her about the notebook, convincing her to take the convoy to Alaska. Isaac's attempt to domesticate the infected, which is, what is this, Day of the Dead now? Because that's what they were trying to do in that movie, right? They were trying to domesticate zombies, have them learn. Basically, they want to use them, right, as soldiers or workforce or like whatever they want to do to control them. They want to lead this into a new zombie breed. Wesker security officer Captain Alexander Slater reports on Isaac's disregard for Umbrella regulations. Wesker tasks Slater with watching Isaacs, telling him to kill the scientists if he disobeys again. Tracing an energy pattern sent out by Alice's telekinesis, Umbrella triangulates her location. Desperate to reclaim Alice for the sake of achieving his goals, Dr. Isaac sends his new zombie to ambush the convoy against Wesker's specific orders, and during the attack, most of the convoy is killed. And LJ ends up succumbing to his infection, biting Carlos. How many times is Carlos going to get bit? He was bit in the last movie. They gave him the antivirus.
Yeah, but they got him. Antivirus. He's good. He's good.
Is he, though?
Think with all the time he'd been bitten antivirus, he'd just be immune by now. But
Kira says, let's get back to Alice's psychic powers. They were never used again, never spoke about again. They did retcon a lot of stuff. And to be fair, she did get her powers taken away for a little while. And then they were given back. We'll get to that. Which was interesting plot choice. So yeah, they're basically in Vegas, right, where this attack plays out. Which was a cool set piece. Like, it's all taken over by sand, which would happen because that place is a desert, right? It was built in a desert.
Yep.
So that makes sense.
If we weren't keeping it out, it would become desert again.
Yeah, the Earth takes itself back. That's just how it works. So Umbrella tries to shut down Alice remotely, but she breaks free from the programming and continues to fight. She finds Isaacs at the scene, and he is bitten as he flees via helicopter. Allison Kmart is one of the survivors' names. She gave that name because everyone she knew was dead, is how she described it. So, and that's where they found her.
Her in a Kmart.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, it works. Trevor says, I heard horse dewormer cures the T-virus. Good Lord. No.
Only if you take up the bum chute.
Joe Rogan would fight you. What is happening? 5-bit donation from Jolly. Hip hip.
Hooray.
Hooray. Thank you for that. So Allison came out, used Isaac's computer to track the helicopter's flight path, leading them to Umbrella's underground facility, which they have many of them, clearly. Kira says the point in Vegas, she has psychic powers. She could have stopped every zombie, but never did. Yeah, I'm not saying these are perfect movies. We're not defending them by any means. There are plot holes and weird character choices and ideas. There are a lot of plot holes throughout all these movies. That is one of the great examples. The convoy approaches Umbrella's facility, which is surrounded by thousands of zombies. Carlos ends up sacrificing himself by plowing his truck into the zombie mob, blowing the rig apart and giving both Alice and Claire time to load survivors into the helicopter. This is the scene.
First,
oh, go ahead.
He lights up the...
Yep, that's what I was going to say. He lights up something that was left behind from LJ. So I wanted to reference that from what I said earlier. So a nod to marijuana, which everyone wanted to talk about. So there you go. There's your marijuana. You're welcome. So yeah, he sacrificed himself. The dude was bit anyways, like he was going to die. He knew it. And they needed somebody to do this, and he did it for the team. Should have been Snoop.
Solid guy, man. Solid guy.
Giving both Alice and Claire time to load the survivors into the helicopter. Following the rescue, Alice decides to stay behind under Wesker's orders. Slater and a group of Umbrella commandos take control of Isaac's lab, where he's injecting himself with a massive dose of antivirus in an attempt to counteract his infection. Slater then shoots him, triggering a mutation that transforms him into the Tyrant, which can have these tentacle type arms, which was...
That's directly from games as well.
Yes, that was super cool to see. Though he retains his intelligence, Isaac kills Slater along with everyone else in the facility, ultimately finding himself trapped in the lab's lower levels. Approaching the scene, Alice meets a holograph of the Red Queen's sister AI, the White Queen. She informs Alice that her blood can cure the tear virus, defends the Red Queen's prior action, as well as revealed what happened to Dr. Isaacs. On her way to the lab's lower levels, Alice encounters one of her clones, which awakens but appears to die from shock soon after. Alice discovers Isaacs, aka the Tyrant, defeating him after leading him to a replica of the Hive's laser corridor featured in the film's opening. Just as Alice is about to meet the same fate, the system is deactivated by the clone, who is still alive. Trevor's tentacles. I'm sure we all know where this is going. Where is it going? I don't know. This brings us to the closing. Later in Tokyo, Wesker informs his fellow Umbrella executives that the North American facility has been lost. Via hologram, Alice appears during the meeting, declaring that she and her friends, the other clones, are coming for him. Yeah. Kira says, I know you already covered the first movie, but your question is, where did the liquor tongue come from? No evidence to show that he was doing odd experiments. They were just creating the virus, saying it won't take months for a liquor tongue to be mutated from a human, as shown in the later games. But the underground was only offline 24 hours. Yeah, that's a great question. Who knows how long they've been doing those experiments, you know? I understand that it was offline for 24 hours, but those pods had been there for a while.
If you look there, it's almost the final when it actually breaks out of the pod. It didn't evolve a ton from that to everything you see in the movie.
Yeah, so it was almost in its final form, if you will. So yeah, who knows? But it does when it feeds. It showed it evolving too, like when it killed. We saw it growing a little bit more in its spine, changing, in its legs. So
that might be one of the things that's different from the games to the movies. So there you go. Where they just said this is already where we're at.
Trevor says I haven't seen enough. No, y'all on some next level stuff tonight. Come on. Cody wants to know why you're so cute, iRob. How can you just get the front of your beard white? He wants to know how Cody wants to know how he can do that.
That is just hereditary. That all used to be red, and now it's gray. So there you go.
Cody, be 10 years older like we are to you. We'll talk in 10 years, and we'll see how much hair loss and how much gray you have.
It's up in here, too. So there you go.
Yeah.
It's happening up there, too.
You got to remember, we got a decade on you. You got some catching up to do. Don't rush it, Cody. Don't rush it. It's not worth it.
Have kids.
He does.
This happens.
Again, it's the 10 years. I'm telling you, that's the difference.
But as long as the hair on the top doesn't fall out, it can turn gray, whatever. I'm good, man.
You're a wizard, Iram. That's what they're saying. You're a wizard.
No, that's go on the Facebook, find pictures of my dad. He's the wizard, man.
He's the wizard. It's true.
Yeah.
I'm the lizard king, so that's a thing. Let's continue on, shall we?
Yes.
Recap that one. I enjoyed it. I don't think it's one of my favorites in the series. Again, I know we're ranking officially at the end, but I would probably put this towards the bottom. I didn't love this one. Like, it was fine. I just didn't love it.
And I just want to when we rank all these, I like all of these movies. I like the series, but we're gonna have to rank them, and we'll talk more. I'll talk more about stuff later with it.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We also, again, we have a console we're giving away and a movie we're giving away, so stick with us, guys. That is happening tonight, I promise. But let's go to 2010.
12 years ago.
Oh, God.
Almost at this point.
Stop it.
Almost.
Resident Evil Afterlife.
Because it's after Extinction. So
yeah.
See where they're doing that?
They are. So this one's... Trevor, I don't think you'd seen any after 2. Good Lord, Trevor. I need to get you to watch more movies. This one was released in IMAX 3D, the first of the series. And there are some tropes in the movie that are obvious to it being a 3D film. For whatever reason, instead of making things have actual depth, they still have the understanding where we need to throw weapons or objects or other things in your face. I don't know. But this movie starts off with possibly my favorite opening sequence in the entire series. Tom and Andy assist with the soundtrack as well on this. And my God, the opening sequence on the streets of Tokyo blew my mind. And it's still one that I rewatch. I had watched this and studied this sequence when I'd started film school. And I was like, I want to one day create a sequence as cool as this with the editing and the music cuts. Because it was so well done. Kira says this is one where we first get Ada Wong and never see her again. Was she only in one? No, she's in another one, I thought. Is she only in one? I thought she was in 2 of them.
It'll tell us when we read.
It will tell us, because now I'm questioning myself. Was she only in one? No, she was in another one too. I think she was in this one and the next one.
She was only in one game anyway, wasn't she?
She was in a few games.
Was she? Okay.
She's playable in 6 and Revelations 2. I don't know. Rated forgot to rewatch the movies. That's all right. That's what we're here. We're going through the plots. So we're on the 4th of 6 movies. We're over halfway, people. We are halfway. This is the one they are in the prison. Yes, and it's funny. They're in a prison and they meet an actor that was in a show called Prison Break. I thought that was funny. I'm like, this actor just plays...
And he's teaching them, and he's going to help them get out of prison.
And he was, and he did. I'm like, what the hell? Does this guy have one note or what? I found out, too, that my wife hates him. She thinks he's a terrible actor. So I was like, oh, okay.
We're all allowed to be wrong on certain things. It's okay.
Yeah, hey. 1 year after the events of Extinction, Alice and her clones lead the assault to attack Umbrella headquarters located in Tokyo, slaying the entire branch except for Albert Wesker, who escapes in a plane and detonates a bomb that leaves a massive sinkhole. The real Alice boarded beforehand and attempts to execute Wesker, only for him to inject her with an antivirus to remove her superhuman abilities. Wesker is revealed to have used the T-virus to gain his own superhuman abilities and prepares to kill Alice. But before the autopilot crashes the plane into the mountains, only Alice survives. Yeah, the sequence here is just fantastic. The editing, the breakout in basically the Times Square of Tokyo, right? That was super cool. And just, again, the music and the editing of this was really, really well done. Jolly says, this one was badass as well. Love the bathroom scene, and he's not being naughty. No, you're right. The bathroom scene was fantastic, and we'll get to that. Enjoy that with the rain and the slow motion. Yes, Kira, the slow motion, the music, the turn with everyone with the umbrellas, just the editing style, the opening sequence of the movie by far is probably my favorite of the franchise. So well done. 6 months later, Alice travels to Alaska in an airplane tracking broadcasts from a safe haven called Arcadia. However, she only finds abandoned planes and is attacked by a feral Claire Redfield. Alice destroys a spider-like device on Claire's chest, which is a nod to Resident Evil 5, giving her amnesia and pacifying her. They travel to the ruins of Los Angeles, where they find survivors living in a prison that is surrounded by thousands and thousands and thousands of undead. L.A., go figure. Were those people even alive to begin with? We don't know. It's L.A. They meet Luther West, who leads the surviving band from the prison. Wendell, Crystal Waters, Bennett, Kim Young, Angel Ortiz. With their help, Alice finally lands on the prison roof and learns that Arcadia isn't a fixed place, but a cargo tanker traveling along the coast. However, though the ship hasn't moved, no one from it has responded to the group's rescue flares. Luther takes Alice to the last inmate, Chris, who we find out is Chris Redfield, Claire Redfield's brother, who's played by Wentworth Miller of Prison Break, which I love that show.
You do.
I do. It was a good show. I really enjoyed it. I even played the Xbox 360 game, which was complete trash, but that's how much I liked the show. Anyway. So he insists he's falsely imprisoned and he'll reveal an escape route in exchange for freedom. He knows a lot about the prison, too. He guides them to vehicles and all kinds of stuff. Alice goes to the showers to wash up. Giggity, here you go, Mr. Kaz. This is your scene. But catches Wendell attempting to peep. Holding him at gunpoint, they're attacked by a group of infected people that dug into the prison. They take Wendell, but she manages to kill them. Trevor says Wentworth Miller was in an episode of SVU I watched the other day. Good actor. See, Lana hates him. She thinks he's bad. Great choice of Chris Redfield, although not as muscular since Chris is super jacked. That was one of the critiques that Wentworth Miller actually said about the character. He tried to get in better shape, but he recognized that he was not as jacked as Chris actually is in the games. But if you've seen Chris Redfield, the dude is freaking jacked in the games. Big dude. He's a good character. Where is Lana? You need to fight her over a blue raspberry. Lana's probably, I don't know what she's doing. Probably sleeping. I don't know. I dropped frame rates there. Great. Happening again. I wonder what's going on with my frames. Stop dropping. Stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, drop, and roll.
So why? You know what's funny? We get like weird issues when we're doing giveaways. It's like they don't want us to give away things on stream. Like one of our last giveaway episodes, we're having frame rate issues too.
It's just a thing.
It is. Let's continue on though. Desperate, they free Chris, who reveals that Claire is his sister, and the prison has an armored car they can use to escape. However, a giant axe-wielding monster begins breaking down the gate. Cody, do you want to give away stuff? I know you have a bunch of stuff to give away. I don't know, let me know. He has like a stash of things.
Isn't this a nod to one of the villains in the games too, the giant axe-wielding guy?
Yes. I forget what they're called. But it's in Resident Evil 5. And you don't really kill them, you just escape from them in the beginning.
Avoid them at all costs?
Yes.
Yeah, because they showed like when he's trying to break in and they 5 rounds into his head doesn't do anything to him.
Yeah, no, it doesn't do anything. So yeah, a giant axe-wielding monster begins breaking down the gate. Alice, Chris, and Crystal go to the basement armory to get more guns. However, zombies kill Crystal en route. Luther and Claire reinforce the gate. Angel informs Bennett and Young the car is missing its engine and it would take a week to fix. They don't have time for that. Bennett shoots Angel and heads for Arcadia in Alice's airplane. The Axeman breaks down the gate, allowing the zombies into the prison, and the group decides to use the zombie-dug tunnels to escape into the sewers. Young is slashed in half by the Axeman, because Alice and Claire are the last two, and then that was pretty gnarly too, which sets up the awesome fight sequence with a lot of 3D and slow motion effects, and then the use of the rain again, aka the shower head spewing water everywhere. We also get to see some cool stuff too, with the shotgun filled with coins. That was really well done, especially with the 3D effects. We even see the axe.
And they did foreshadow that when somebody asked her what she's doing. It's like her thing. She fills the shotgun shells with coins.
It's probably easier to find, right, than ammunition at this point.
Yeah, it was just they made a point of one of the other characters asking her why she was doing it, and then they actually show her like shooting the shotgun with the coins. It was,
right,
bringing it all together.
Right. So again, this sequence is awesome. Really cool stuff. They show a 3D effect of them dodging out of the way of the axe. She slides under him, shooting him from underneath, and then they shoot his head off and explodes into pieces. Clever, though, with the 3-chamber shotgun. Kira loved it. So, yeah, this sequence was awesome. Another one of the standout sequences. Great use of the cameras that they had for this movie. Great use of 3D. And again, a lot of stuff is gimmicky, but, like, this worked for this sequence. It wasn't overdone. Like, it worked really well and still looks good today. Like I said, I just watched these again this week, and they still look cool. The newer ones look better than the original ones' special effects. Like, the liquor looks a little rough in the first movie compared to some of the designs. But, yeah, some cool stuff. Claire successfully defends. Alice manages to defeat the Axeman by disorienting it, after which Alice kills it by firing it at its head. Unfortunately, Luther is dragged back into the tunnels by a zombie. Alice and the Redfields board Arcadia, discovering it's functional but abandoned. Claire then remembers Arcadia as an umbrella trap to get test subjects. They release their survivors, with Kmart from Claire's group being one of them. Alice follows a trail of blood deeper into the ship, where she finds Wesker. The T-virus revived him, but it battles Wesker for control, something he believes fresh human DNA can pacify. The Umbrella staff fled when he began eating test subjects. Alice's DNA is superior to his since she retained control despite her bonding with the virus at a cellular level. Wesker believes eating her will help him regain control of his body. The Redfields fight Wesker while Alice battles Bennett, now working for Wesker. Wesker easily overpowers Chris and Claire, but Alice is able to defeat both Bennett and Wesker with help from Kmart. They lock Bennett in the room with Wesker's corpse. So this sequence is awesome. They even do the iconic, his sunglasses, the throw, and like his super fast and dodges. Like, this is straight out of the game. Like, there is this, again, another cool sequence. I'm highlighting so many things because this movie is a huge standout for me as one of the better ones, special effects wise too. They really upped the game and expectations in this movie. So yeah, I was pretty hype on that. So unfortunately, Wesker revives. Wesker then escapes in an aircraft, activating a bomb on the Arcadia. However, through all the distractions and stuff, the plane explodes instead as Alice placed the bomb there beforehand. Unbeknownst to them, Wesker parachutes away after the explosion while Luther emerges from the sewers, battered but alive. Alice resolves to turn Arcadia into a real haven and broadcast a new message for any other survivors. As Alice, Claire, and Chris watch over from Arcadia, it is approached by a squadron of Umbrella aircraft. We then cut to a mid-credit scene where on the aircraft is a Jill Valentine who went missing after the destruction of Raccoon City and is dictating the attack wearing the same mind-control device, the little spider thing, in the middle of her chest, which again is a device that is featured in the 5th Resident Evil game as well. So I thought that was a cool nod. And a cool way to have a cliffhanger ending. You're like, okay, we're getting another movie. Fun fact, originally they were only going to do 3 movies. But these movies kept making a lot of money even though people were shitting on them. It's like Nickelback. Y'all fucking hate them for whatever reason, but they're making the money. Who's buying their albums if everyone hates them?
I don't hate them.
But that's
Not
the
buying
point.
their album either.
But that's the
I don't
point I'm
hate 'em.
saying. Like, they sell out arenas worldwide, but everyone's like, they're terrible. How are they?
All I'll say on it is there is a lot worse that you could be listening to than Nickelback. I'm not saying they're amazing, but there is a whole lot worse.
Well, of course. But the point I'm making is, if everyone hates it, how do they have a career? Somebody's buying their albums. Somebody's selling out those arenas. I love the band. I've seen them multiple times live. I'm not ashamed. Just saying. I've bought plenty of albums by them, yeah.
There's the stuff on their CDs is way better than just what gets played on the radio.
Oh, of course.
100% for that. But
Of course. We're not here to review Nickelback. I'm just giving an example for everyone shitting on these
Well,
movies, but they're making...
That's a different
yeah,
different podcast. We can talk about Nickelback.
yes, we do have a music podcast, too. That's the thing. But the point is, they keep making these movies because they're making money, right?
Yes.
It's they were originally only going to do 3. The story could have ended at 3, but here we are. That was the 4th. Ended with a cliffhanger. They're getting assaulted. Arcadia's in trouble. All those survivors, everyone they're saving, in big trouble. What's going to happen next? Let's find out. And 2012, we had Resident Evil Retribution. Let's see. There's only one thing you're upset they never brought into any of the movies. Rebecca Chambers, she was never brought in. I thought when they brought in for this, she would show up. No one knows who she is. Stars medic. I'm not too terribly familiar with that character, to be honest. I've played the games. I don't know why I don't remember that character. That's a great question. I'll have to do some research. What specific game? Or games? We'll wait. Resident Evil Retribution, the 5th movie in the series, also done in 3D. So we pick up basically almost where we leave off with our intro here. This was another cool intro sequence. This was all done in Rewind. So like Blockbuster, Be Kind Rewind, not sponsored. It's just my costume. But everything is in Rewind, right? We're getting a recap of what the cliffhanger was from the last movie, The Assault from Valentine and all the Umbrella troops. But everything's being played in reverse with some cool music and editing. And we see basically everything getting wiped out, right? So that's how this starts. Alice and the others of the Umbrella Corporation Friday Arcadia are attacked by a fleet of V-22 Ospreys, led by Alice's brainwashed former ally Jim Valentine, resulting in the killing of many of the survivors in the ship. Alice is captured during the attack, while the fates of Chris Redfield, Claire Redfield, and Kmart are left ambiguous. Cody says you can't be sued by companies that don't exist. Blockbuster still exists. There is one left. There's still a company. Sponsor us. She was in Resident Evil 0. Oh, I've played 0. I don't know that one like in detail as much as, or I know the other ones better. I've played 0 many times. I have 0, but again, I don't know it really well. You heard the last one shut down because of COVID? It was open the last I knew. Like, I literally got this like a month ago shipped from them. So
maybe they like closed for a little bit because of COVID and they're back open now.
that could be. They have that documentary, but no, I got this like I bought this a month ago for this Halloween. This is my first time wearing it. Like I literally just got it not too long ago. So I don't know who sent it to me then. I don't know. So the story then switches to, this was cool too. I thought this was a nice little, this movie played out like a greatest hits movie. Like that's how I felt about it. This could have been the last movie, in all honesty. Like they could have ended it with this one, because it played out like a greatest hits. The story switches to a suburban Alice living with her husband Todd and her deaf daughter Becky. Zombies attack, revealing that the suburbia was actually Raccoon City during the contamination incident. Alice and Becky manage to run away from the undead with help of Rain, who died in the first movie. What the heck? Same with Todd. Like, that's Olivera, right? And what is happening? Yes, Ada is in this one. So yeah, this is the only one. That's why I was confused, because Ada was not in the last one. We get introduced to Ada in this movie. And yeah, she's at the end of this. I don't think she's featured at all in the last movie. So yeah, Alice and Becky manage to run away from the undead with the help of Rain by letting them ride in her car. She's just a civilian. As they escape, they're hit by a garbage truck, knocking Rain unconscious. Alice hides Becky inside another house, but is killed by a zombified Todd. So what the hell is happening? Like, this is so confusing. Meanwhile, the real Alice awakens in an underground facility as is interrogated. Love later in the movie, the little girl's like, met your sister, I don't like her. Oh, yeah. When they meet the other clones of them. Spoiler. That's good stuff. So she's being interrogated by Jill. During a power failure, Alice escapes her cell and the laser grid, finding herself in a simulation of the Shibuya Square in Tokyo. He said, I'm going to flip out. What am I flip out? What is this? Oh, the dirt sheets. He sent me wrestling. Why are you sending me this now? He said I could check it later, but you know I can't do that. Anyways.
Simulation in the square.
Yes. Fighting her way out against zombies, she enters a control room filled with with the dead Umbrella employees, and encounters Ada Wong. Yeah, but you said please check Messenger first, Cody, and then you said not urgent. You got to say not urgent first. Because you piqued my curiosity. Damn you. Sidetracked. So yes, Ada Wong is introduced as one of Albert Wesker's top agents. Wesker appears on a screen explaining that both are no longer serving Umbrella. How convenient. Like, how are you going to trust this dude after everything and have him be like, I need your help now? Like, come on. Kira says, love Ada. She's a super main character. Using her as only really camo is kind of a kick in the face. Li Bingbing was a perfect choice. Her look was spot on. Yes, no, fantastic casting for the character, for sure. So yes, Wesker no longer supports and serves Umbrella, and the power outage was staged by Wesker's hacking to the facility computer mainframe. Wesker also reveals that the Red Queen, one of Alice's arch enemies, was reactivated after the Hive incident and now controls Umbrella. He continues on that the facility is underwater, located in Kamchatka, Russia. Is that how you say that?
I can't see it, so I couldn't tell.
Look. And that formerly served as a Soviet naval outpost. Kira says, close enough. Yeah, I'm not good with pronunciations. The facility was designed by Umbrella for manufacturing clones and created simulated outbreaks to show the effect of the T-virus. Ada and Alice planned a rendezvous with a rescue crew organized by Wesker, which includes Leon Kennedy. Yes, we finally get Leon. And his terrible long hair. With the middle part. It's like an outgrown bowl cut haircut. Jolly laughing at Naval.
You had one of those, didn't you?
I rocked that same hairstyle. It was bad. It was a different time.
For a long time, you had that hairstyle.
It was a different time. What can I say? So yes, Barry Burton and Luther West, Alice's former ally who survived at the outbreak in L.A. Leon's team plants explosives near the entrance to the facility, which will detonate in 2 hours to ensure the facility's destruction. The group plans to meet with Alice and Ada in the Raccoon City suburbia era in a New York City simulation. Alice and Ada defeat 2 executioners. So as you can see, as I mentioned, this is a greatest hits. These are all like these major cities and simulations for outbreaks. But they're also returning to some of the key points in the series of films, much like the Tokyo Square. So I thought that was cool. New York was really cool to see too. Any of these settings, with the cities was really cool. Jolly says, leave Leon alone. Well, no, I'm not dissing Leon. It's just the hair is,
Bring back memories for you, Trev.
It does. Kira says, actually was an original submarine depot. See, that's cool. Leon and his team enter a Moscow simulation. The red square in front of the GUM, G-U-M. I don't know if you're saying that right. But they're cut off by heavily armed Las Plagas. So that is an interesting variant of the undead because they are intelligent. They're armed. They know how to use weapons. So they've managed to make an improved version of this strain, if you will. Kira says his hair looks very Backstreet Boys. Yeah. What is it, Nick Carter? Wasn't that his name, the Backstreet Boys?
Nick Carter was in the Backstreet Boys, yes.
Okay, I'm just confirming. I don't remember, because his brother was Aaron, right? He's the one that had the party. It was like this first music that he did, Aaron's Party. Whatever. Trying to make 90s jokes.
Are you succeeding?
No, clearly not. We have a podcast to continue. People just want a damn console. Okay, that's why you all are here. After this, between this and the last movie, I'm going to give away a movie. And then at the end, we'll give away a console. So, we're almost there, guys. And then we're going to rank this shit. You said lies.
Yes.
In the suburban setting, Alice and Ada encounter Becky, who mistakes Alice for her cloned mother and is instantly attached to her. This is so sad, too. Like, I get that the kid's just a clone, but, like, the kid just wants a mommy and doesn't want to be in danger. So, like, it's just a clone, but, like, damn, that sucks. So that pulled on the heartstrings. They also encounter Jill and the clones of Alice's deceased allies, James One Shade and Evil Rain, and Carlos Olivera, who are sent to capture them. During a shootout triggered by Ada, she gives Alice her smart glasses, which that was like a weird thing that they showed. Like they did this like super close-up of her glasses and stuff. I'm like, is this a sponsor? Like, what is this? Why are we showing these glasses? Like, this is some of the dumbest stuff. It was just like her in the couple of movies back, which she had too much makeup on. Like, she looked airbrushed. Because, like, this was around the time she got her makeup deal. So I felt that was strange. She was, like, super airbrushed compared to what she looked like in other ones. Kira says, see where we see a super mutant liquor tongue for that 60 feet tall. Didn't make sense. What's up, David? Been a long time. Comrade, how are you? Speaking of, we were just talking about Russia, comrade. So she gives Alice her smart glasses and her grappling hook so that she and Becky could find their way out before become separated. The two encounter the good clone of Rain, who they met in suburbia at the beginning. This is that line that was said. It was, I met your sister. You know, we don't like her. She was mean or whatever. And then in the Moscow simulation, Alice gives her a weapon in order to help keep Becky safe. She's teaching her how to, you know, just aim and pull the trigger. Like, she didn't know how to use a gun, which is funny for the character, like, right? You're like, no, this character's badass, but they make her all, like, I don't want to say just pretty, but I don't know how else to define that.
Domesticated?
Sure, that's a better way. It's less condescending. And less...
I don't know if it is, but...
And less sexist, but, you know. She then rescues Leon's surviving crew from the barrage of Las Plagas zombies who are chasing them down in the cars, which is actually taken from the games too, and I thought this was cool. And the giant liquor that Kira was excited about. Once united, the group heads toward the tunnel and reaches the submarine pens and the facility exit, but are soon ambushed by Jill's team. Becky is captured by the liquor, and Good Rain is killed, breaking her neck against the concrete of her being thrown by the liquor. I thought that was harsh. I'm like, damn, and she dies again in these movies. Like, how many times are you going to die in the Resident Evil movies? We talked about the fight scene between Ada and Alice, the choreography. Yeah, so, isn't that later? That's like the ending fight sequence. Like, there's a really cool choreography. If I missed it, I apologize. But yeah, there's good stuff. The end sequence by the sub is really what the best fight choreography is at. Using Leon's bombs, they finally manage to destroy the facility and making the Great Waterfall tidal wave to flood New York, Berlin, Tokyo, suburbia, Moscow, and submarine, allowing Leon and Luther to escape. While Alice and Becky also survive, having used the ventilation system. Oh, the house fight, yeah. I mean, we're going to miss a lot of stuff. We're talking about 6 movies in just over 2 hours. I apologize if we're missing things. On the surface, all is quiet until the snowmobile is knocked over by Jill's Oscar-class submarine. Jill and Evil Rain confront the group with Ada being held as their hostage. Jill and Alice begin fighting each other while Rain, now also enhanced with the Las Plagas parasite, granting her superhuman strength and healing, fights Leon and Luther. We get some Mortal Kombat fight sequences where they go like X-ray and show bones breaking and heart stopping in this. I thought that was really neat. So, how many did you get to? You said you didn't recap all of them.
I watched the first 2, so I'm going off since then from memory.
Are you picking up what I'm saying here? Because like I feel like you're not adding as much as you were.
The Retribution and final chapter, not so much. I read the synopsis while I was supposed to be working today, in between calls. So that's what I got for the last 2. But I did remember things from them, just not specifics. So I do apologize.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Yes, Kira.
Not adding much.
She was in Fast and Furious films, so that is her other notable roles.
Michelle Rodriguez. She is in pretty much all of Fast and Furious.
Yeah, that's
movies.
her other known things. Alice is able to tear the mind-controlling scarab off of Jill's chest, returning her to normal. Unfortunately, Rain kills Luther while Leon is knocked out. Realizing that Rain is too powerful to fight, Alice shoots the ice under her feet, and she is dragged down by the swimming zombies from the undersea installation to be devoured, killing her for good. She was the one from Fast and Furious. Rated says she was in all but Tokyo Drift, which that was like a backstory, I thought. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Fast and Furious movies, so. Alice, Jill, and the remaining survivors travel to Wesker's headquarters, a heavily barricaded and fortified White House staffed by the remainders of the U.S. Armed Forces. Alice meets Wesker in the heavily barricaded Oval Office, where then he injects her with another strand of the T-virus, returning her superhuman abilities, which he took them away. Now they're back again. As only Alice successfully bonded with it, she is the ultimate weapon. On the roof, Wesker explains that the Red Queen is trying to wipe out humanity, and all the remaining uninfected humans are in the base. It is humanity's last stand. A pull-away shot shows the U.S. military defending the White House alongside the remaining Umbrella Corps soldiers against enormous hordes of T-virus abominations swarming over the walls, including those flying little fucking things. So, this one had cool moments. I liked the casting. I liked Ada being introduced. I liked Leon being introduced. And again, some cool scenes, but the last movie really was the standout. This one just had some decent moments. The thing that really got it for me in this one is just it felt like a greatest hits movie where it explored beats and notes from the other ones. And I thought that was a nice touch. So, before we head into the last one and then rank everything, let's draw 2. We're going to draw 2. We're going to give away 1, and then the other one, the remaining, will be the winner of the console. So let me do 1. So I got 1. And then 2. So 2. Okay, so let me pull up my notes. This first one here is for the movie. So if you're listening, you're going to get a copy, digital copy, and reach out to me. I'll send you the code and how to redeem. And on the sheet, I posted today as a bump. It's on our Facebook group. But if you're wondering, I'll say it off now. So the number here, if you can read it, movie time. So it is 712178 are the last three. 712178. And our winner, ending in 178, is Sean. So Grim, with only 3 entries in the entire raffle. You're going to get a copy.
Something.
Say what?
He won something.
He won something. 3 entries in the whole raffle. And he's winning the Suicide Squad digital copy. So he's not here, unfortunately. I will reach out to him. So Sean, Grim, you got a movie. So, and then
His character, old Papa Pump.
And then this other one I drew. Don't you want to know the number? I haven't even looked yet, so I have it face down. This is the console winner, or title belt, or whatever they want. This is the winner. It's face down. I won't even look. So, we'll see. Could be one of you guys. It could be me. I hope it's me, because I'm going to laugh.
I hope it's me.
Well, no.
Why can't I hope it's me?
Because you have a job. Have you
So do you.
So? Anyways. But yeah.
I got kids, man.
I got kids too. So Julian Creed, Sean, Grimm, you got a movie coming your way. I'm excited for you. Never seen from again. I just think they needed more movies. Why they brought in Ada and everyone in the White House. The final chapter pissed you off. Yeah. So Jolly's going to cash in Money in the Bank for it. So here's the thing. Full transparency. I didn't love the final chapter. 2016, Resident Evil, the final chapter. There were some neat things to it, but I didn't love it. Dr. James Marcus, the founder of Umbrella, had a daughter, Alicia, who was dying of progeria. Desperate to save her, Marcus uses the T-virus on her and others with the disease. After another child is treated with the virus, died, and then reanimated as a rabid zombie, Marcus tried to have the program shut down. His partner, Dr. Alexander Isaacs, had Marcus killed by Albert Wesker, then adopted Alicia and took over the corporation. That was the backstory to this. After the events in Washington, D.C., Alice awakens after being betrayed by Wesker. Again, I'm on your side.
Shocking.
But then he betrays again. Come on. The Red Queen appears and tells Alice she has 48 hours to infiltrate the hive, over 400 miles west on I-64 in Raccoon City. The Umbrella Corporation has developed an airborne antivirus which can kill every organism infected by the T-virus, but is waiting for the last few remaining humans to be wiped out. En route to Raccoon City, Alice is captured by Isaacs, learning the Isaacs she previously killed was a clone. How many clones we have in this stuff? So many clones.
Well, that's one of the great things is once you introduce that there can be somebody that had died before could be a clone.
Right. Kira says that pissed me off. I wanted to see the battle. They teased it and then 2 middle fingers. They did, and that's what I'm saying. Why? If you're closing the series, give us stuff like that. So she escapes the convoy and reaches Raccoon City, where she's ambushed by a group of survivors. Doc, Abigail, Christian, Cobalt, Razor, and Claire Redfield, who's back for this movie, who survived the attack in Arcadia. Isaac's convoy approaches, trailed by a horde of zombies. Alice and the group defeat the convoy, retrieve Isaac's few human captives, and burn the horde, though Cobalt is killed. Alice and the crew enter the hive entrance at the bottom of the crater from the nuclear bomb previously dropped on the city. So now it's just a big freaking hole. Wesker, in control of the hive, releases the mutated guard dogs, killing Christian and a freed captive. The Red Queen appears to Alice and explains that her program is in conflict, as she can never hurt an Umbrella employee, but also must value human life. She plays a video of Isaacs explaining to Umbrella's executives a plan to release the T-virus. Cleansing the world of humanity, much of the rich and powerful, including the company executives, are being stored in cryogenic capsules in the hive. Of course they are. Like, man. Like, this is so realistic, too. Like, you know this would be how it played out. There's theories and conspiracy beliefs that there are facilities like this and ready and waiting in case of events that were so bad, right? Where people can go in hiding and survive. Fallout shelters, if you will. Maybe it's true. You know, it's one of those things that it's possible, but who knows? Where was I? So, with the intention of rebuilding a world following the resulting apocalypse, the Red Queen warns Alice that someone in her group is helping Umbrella. So there's a traitor among them. Go figure.
He knows that. Why did you just tell her?
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Why the secrets? why now are you keeping secrets? Like, the group encounters several traps, killing Abigail and Razor. Alice and Doc plant bombs throughout the hive from leftover equipment of the original team to investigate. So we're getting, again, a nod to the original, beats in the hallway of the hive, coming full circle to where it all began for us, all those years ago. Alice confronts the real tech-upgraded Isaacs. Doc is revealed to be Umbrella's spy, and Claire is captured by Wesker. A cryogenic capsule opens, releasing Alicia Marcus, Umbrella's co-owner, and Marcus's daughter. Kira says, I love the scene where they showed us the original tunnel and the stuff with lasers, but now she can go underground. But after rewatch the first movie, those black bags were never there. Yeah, continuity errors. It's going to happen. I think it's just, we're supposed to respect the location and not the placement of things that may have moved. And they could have moved things, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. So yes, clone of Alicia. Before going on to explain his plan to eliminate the parent and assume control of Umbrella, Alicia fires Wesker, allowing the Red Queen to crush his legs with a security door. Doc tries to shoot Alice, but his gun is empty, as Alice had earlier deduced his treachery, and Claire executes him. After giving Wesker a dead man's switch to the prime bombs, Alice and Claire pursue Isaacs while Alicia uploads a copy of her childhood memories. Interesting, your name is Alicia. Are we going to get a reveal here? We will. Isaacs, Alice, and Claire fight. Isaacs overpowers Claire and attacks Alice on the laser corridor, eventually defeating her, but she uses that moment to activate a grenade in his pocket. So this was kind of like a little clever, again, like, haha, I'm faster than you. You thought you were getting better of me. So this movie has had a lot of those, like, little haha, moments. She escapes to the surface with the antivirus, but Isaacs reboots and catches her before she can release it. Before he can kill her, the Isaacs clone from the convoy arrives and kills him, believing itself to be the original Isaacs, but the clone is then devoured by the undead. We just need a guy with a chainsaw and everything will be okay. Kira says, what a great fucking scene, showing Alice is actually the original CEO and the Red Queen is her younger her. Yes. So that reveal is amazing. Making you want to go back and just kind of rewatch everything and like pick up on that reveal. That's a clever, for this series to have a clever reveal like that, I give it a nod of appreciation. It's a good closing to it as well. Because you could keep this shit going on and on and on with what they had set up. But that establishes a really good closing, especially for the character. A good story arc, which a lot of people complained about from the get-go. Her being in this, because it's not a character from the games. So it was a good story arc. So Alice releases the antivirus, killing all the undead around her before she passes out. Wesker simultaneously drops the dead man's switch, destroying himself, Alicia, the hive, and the hibernating Umbrella elite. Claire wakes Alice, who survived because the antivirus killed only the T-virus within her body, not the healthy cells. The Red Queen then uploads Alicia's childhood memories into Alice, granting her childhood because she was a clone. She didn't have this. She didn't know she was. She thought she was, a person. I mean, she's a person, but, no memories because she's a clone. Kira says it was a beautiful moment. She teared up. Alice travels into Manhattan saying that the antivirus, carried only by the winds, will take years to reach all corners of the globe. And until it does, her mission is not finished. So they could have left it open. It's not like a definitive ending, like it's done. Character's dead. Character lives on. And she's going cleansing, like cleaning the world. And if they wanted to do one more, they could have. But you called it the final chapter, and they didn't. So now we have a new movie coming out called Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. It'll release officially November 24th, 2021. If you're listening to this after that, it's...
Is it just the, like, I think they're just wiping the slate of these 6, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a reboot. So it's obviously the 7th live action film of Resident Evil, but it is a reboot. I'm trying to read a little quick snippet on this. So it stars Claire Redfield, Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, Albert Wesker, Leon Kennedy, Chief Brian Irons, William Birkin, Ada Wong, Richard Aiken, and Lisa Trevor. Those are the main cast and characters for it. I'm not going to read too much into other stuff because there might be spoilers. I don't know. It could be good. Who knows? I'm going to give it a chance, but it's a reboot. And it's inspired by the first 2 games, from my understanding. So, and it takes place, I think, in the mansion and the police department are like 2 set pieces that they've talked about. So we'll see. It's supposed to be an origin story of things.
I'll give it a chance, but I've just, like I said, I've been holding off because the original ones for me are special. So
they are, and they always will be. So, thank you for the host, Storm. Kira says, yet the flying monster was still going, so does it only affect human zombies and it doesn't affect the more advanced ones, is Kira's question. I mean, maybe it hadn't got the flying one yet because it's airborne. Maybe it's been avoiding it. That's the thing. Like, there are questions unanswered. They ended it, but there's still questions. Yeah. With that, Storm, let Sean know that he won a movie. We did a raffle, and he won a digital copy of the new Suicide Squad. Hopefully he doesn't have the movie already. If he does, we could give it to somebody else. But if he doesn't, tell him he's got a digital copy coming his way. So that's very exciting.
Yes. So, we're going to do the raffle first, or are we revealing our order for the movies?
I don't know. Chat, what do you guys think? You want to hear how we rank these movies? Or do we do the raffle for the giveaway? Because I already have it right here. It's face down. I don't know the number yet.
I think we should do our rankings first, because after the raffle, everybody's going to leave.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Cody
but
says,
whatever.
Cody says
check and pick.
Cody says movies to close, so he wants us to do the raffle now. Like I said, I already drew it. I just don't know the number. It's face down.
Are we gonna raffle off any Cody stuff? Did he ever say?
Cody says he's not leaving. Ty wants a cookie. Cody, did you want to raffle off anything? I could pick from more things. Or do you not want to raffle? He doesn't know. Are you even home, Cody? Thunder wants a million strands. Cody said separate day he'll do something. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
That works.
So let's see who won the big raffle, Trav.
Drum roll, please. All right. So this one is, I'll show you it here. Oh, it's mirrored, but 712373 is the number That's you.
That's me?
So you are between 181 and 389. So, iRob, you want something. So, Storm says, just got done with my podcast. Thank you. How did your podcast go, Storm? We just gave away a console to iRob.
It's coming here. It's coming here.
So
I'm excited.
iRob had 209 entries, so you donated $209 to us, and your prize is
Cody was the one that had more. So
Cody had 280 donations for this one. So, you know, here's the nice thing. I'm glad that we're continuously having new winners. No offense to others that have won that want to win again, but I am happy that we're getting new winners each time. So Thunder says congrats. Cody says I've had the most every time besides once. Ty had the least one time and he won the damn console.
And they have like 2 entries or something and won a console.
No, it was like what, 14 or 16 or something?
On one of your raffles, somebody only had 1 in the whole thing and won something though.
Yeah.
I remember that. So
okay,
it is totally random.
So there we go. Ty said 14.
And he won a console.
And he won an Xbox Series X. He spent $14 and got an Xbox Series X. That's not a bad deal. Kira says, be honest with you, I would say the second movie is the best one. We get Nemesis stars, best of the movie, seeing the Nemesis show up, so he remembers Alice. Yeah, good moments for sure. Yeah, let's rank these now. But yeah, congrats, iRob. Obviously, what do you want as your prize?
I would like also like an Xbox Series X, if I could, please.
Okay. So we'll begin the hunt, and Cody, yes, you've spent more than anybody besides Rated on donations. Yeah. Thunder wants 1,000,000 strands. Should we do another raffle for kicks for 1,000,000 strands? What do you guys think?
Why not? It's just strands, right?
It's true, Cody. More if you put them together. And it is just, should we do raffles? More raffles?
Sure, well, it's fun giving stuff away.
Ty says yes. Do we want to do, how many? How many should we do for 1,000,000? They just qualified. Congrats, Emma. That's awesome. Yes. So they're saying yes to strands.
Do some strands. How many you want to pull?
Well, how about this? I'm feeling amazing right now. You guys are here supporting this channel. For those that are watching right now, I'm just going to give you strands because you all are amazing. So give me a second. So if you're in chat right now, you're just going to get a reward of strands. It might take a moment to apply, so keep that in mind. So all of you right now just got 500,000 strands. What do you say about that?
What?
So I just applied it. 500,000. Why not? Let's do a raffle. Let's give away. Let's give away another 250,000. I just feel generous. You guys are amazing. So, all right, drawing out of the box. 449 is the last 3, and 449 is Cody. Cody, do you want to
get strands?
Cody, do you want 1,000,000 strands?
Cody doesn't already have 1,000,000 strands?
He might. I don't know. Let's see. How do I... Okay, 2, 3... How many zeros? All right. Applying to Cody's.
Well done, Cody.
And edit. Cody gets 1 million. He wants them all. What just happened? We're just giving away things.
You get strands, and you get strands.
Yeah.
You get strands.
Should we do more? Do you guys want more prizes?
I'd say pull one more. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. What's up, Grim? Grim, you want to copy a movie. Grim, do you have the Suicide Squad yet? The new one. We'll do one more strands here. You guys are asking for strands. Let's do another. Cody, you want me to do your keyboard and mouse? I thought you wanted to wait for that. There are prizes, yeah. That's what we do. We give away stuff. Yeah, I have a digital copy, Grim, for you of the Suicide Squad. Shoot me a message. I'll send you the code and how to redeem it. So yeah.
Free movies. Free stuff.
Free movie. Why the fuck not? You have 3 other things. You want the keyboard and headset kit? Is that all one? Is that just one, Cody? We're waiting on his response. But yeah. This is what you guys get for checking us out. Blockbuster. Not sponsored. What was the question? Is the keyboard, mouse, and headset kit, is that all one prize? Is one person getting all of that? Did Ty win?
And then we do have to reveal our rankings too before we're done.
Yeah, we're going to close out with the rankings.
We can't forget that.
Okay. So Cody, you want me to raffle that off now? The keyboard, mouse, and headset kit. Yes. Okay. Every day I'm shuffling. All right. So the keyboard, mouse, and headset. The last 3 is 247, and 247 is Rob. It's you again.
You can re-poll again if you want, so I'm not winning everything.
Okay. Damn, you got some good luck tonight, man. Jesus.
I usually don't, so I'm surprised. Yeah, pull again.
Okay, pulling again. 199, which is you again.
Pull again. We'll just pull all of mine out before we get to somebody else. Just keep going.
You gotta be kidding. I'm gonna shuffle this a little bit more, I guess. Good Lord. It's 3. You've won 3 things. All right. Okay. 028. Ty, you won.
There you go,
Cody.
Ty can just take that from Cody's house. There you go.
Ty, you don't even have to get it shipped to you. Cody, you just give it to Ty. Cody says I'll hand it to him. You win, Ty. And he's here now.
Congratulations, Ty.
Oh my God, yes. Let's do another 1,000,000 strands. I'm liking this. This is fun.
Okay.
I'm liking this. Do you want 1,000,000 if you win, IROB, or no? Just draw somebody else.
The strands, I'll take it, but the things we give the yeah.
Pick on Instagram soon, yes, please. Okay, 1,000,000 strands. Who's getting it? 864. 864 is rated. Rated, you're getting 1,000,000.
Go rated. That'll make him a happy boy.
Yeah, let me update that now. I'm updating it now too, so it should be applied for you guys. So 1,000,000.
$1 million.
Rated said LOL. Congrats, Rated, with 1,000,000. After we do our ranking, I'll do one more. How about that? and then maybe who's still with us for sticking with us tonight, maybe I'll give you more strengths. Yeah. So I'm feeling this giving, like I'm loving this. Oh, here we go. Go. Yeah,
Good.
I robbed one a kidney because he's won literally everything. So let's rank these. Damn with the screamer, Emma with the screamer.
Because I have it.
So are we gonna just each do our whole list, or do you want to like pick which is the sixth for each? Like how we want to do this?
Let's talk 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 6. What's the worst one in the series? Trying to think of it.
For me, and the bottom 3 for me are all kind of, you could interchange all of them, but for me, I put Retribution as my 6th.
Ouch. Okay. I would probably, even though the final chapter had some important things, I would probably have to put that as my number 6. Number 5.
5 for me was Afterlife.
Okay. I would probably have to put Retribution at my number 5. Number 4.
And 4 for me was Final Chapter.
My number 4 would be Apocalypse, so the second one.
Okay. And then 3 for me was Extinction.
Okay. 3 for me would probably also have to be Extinction.
Okay. And then my number 2 was Apocalypse.
For me, number 2 was Afterlife.
And then sounds like we both, the first one, the original, is number 1. And that one, as much as I love all of them, is like leaps above everything else.
Yes, I agree. First one, hands down, is so good.
And even, it might just be nostalgia at this point looking back, because you could tell me that it sucks and I don't care. Forever, I will like it. So, you could point out every flaw there is in it and I don't care.
So, I mean, overall, like, this is a fun series. While there's a lot of plot holes, there's a lot of, like, cheesy things. There's a lot of things that people complain about. We got the Tortugas. Yes, I like turtles.
And then again, we kind of touched on it for the first one for me. Just the way that the soundtrack is in that movie in particular. It's different and amazing, so that bumps it up for me too.
Yeah. Kira says, I have a list. How long you got, iRob? So, yeah, here's the thing. Like I said, there's a lot of positives. There's a lot of negatives. I get some of the complaints from people. They're not perfect movies, but they were fun. Like, I really enjoyed them. I enjoyed rewatching them again this week, and I'll enjoy rewatching them again sometime down the road. There are, obviously, with our ranking, there are ones better than others. But overall, like, for Resident Evil and video game films, we got probably better than what we even deserved with the track record of people making video game films. Let's be honest. And, like, a director who came from Mortal Kombat in his resume, the 95 Mortal Kombat, to do things like Event Horizon, which is one of my favorite science fiction horror films, to go on and do things now recently like Monster Hunter, starring his wife, which was, we'll get to that on our thing because that's a video game film, right? We're going to eventually review that. But the man has an extensive resume. DOA, Dead or Alive, that's one you've been begging for us to review for a while. No,
just
no.
end the torture at some point.
We will get to it. So, like, oh, we got Chicken Dance.
I can't hear it, but kind of
Just dance until I say stop.
don't realize how long this is till you
No, we gotta go. We gotta go.
That's in my cardio.
Still going.
You just keep making me do this. You realize I can't hear it, so you just like tell me it's still going the whole time.
Oh Lord. Yep.
Done now? Okay.
So
You're supposed to tell me when to stop.
yeah, we're done now. Oh, I'm tired.
Okay.
Oh, we got a happy Ty. Look at his reaction. That's amazing. How about a nerd cred giveaway? We can't. There's no way to edit that. I don't know a way, or else I would give nerd cred. I apologize. However, the same prizes are on both. So, iRob used to be 230, but after the workout of Chicken Dance, he's now a supermodel. Better than Subway. Yeah. Honestly, if you haven't seen the Resident Evil films or all of them, I know some of you mentioned you hadn't seen them all. Yeah, watch them. Honestly,
Watch them.
Watch them. It's a fun ride, and you really should before the new movie comes out. And again, I'm skeptical and hesitant about the new one. I hope it's good. I really, genuinely hope it's good, but I don't know. Ty says the package took forever. He literally got to hand it to him. Ty is not happy. He's angry. Why are you angry, Ty? Jeez. Let's do this. Let's raffle. Who wants strands? Strands. Thunder says, I'm looking forward to the new movie because the first two games are your faves. Fair. All right. So strands. 672 are the last three. 672. Who is 672? 672 is Cody. Cody
gets more strands. All right.
Oh God. Let's pick another winners. I don't want people who work for the channel or help the channel out getting all the prizes. It doesn't look good.
It usually doesn't work out that way, so it's kind of
weird
that today is doing that.
All right, let's do another then, because he said, "Give me that." All right, let's do another raffle. There we go. 569. 569. 569 is. God damn it, Cody! Oh Lord, hold on. We gotta give Cody another million.
Was he going to be at like 10 million by the end of the show?
He's at 4. He's almost to 5. We're doing another one until Cody doesn't win. Oh my God.
If you pull me, I'll gift him to somebody.
Okay, fair. Ty called Cody his boy now. Yeah. 109. DKA. So DKA. There you go. Let me give him
his million.
1 million. DK. He already has. Oh no, that's 100,000. Well, now you have 1 million, bro.
There's gonna be a whole lot of redeeming happening.
All right, fuck it. We're doing one more. Last one. 026. Ty.
There you go, Ty. More millions.
Ty getting 1 million. And 1 million your way. And so no one feels left out. Everyone gets 1 million right now that's in chat.
I don't waste all these people's time bitching and moaning and bitching 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 and bitching. Are you bitching?
Yes. Yes. So look at the look at all the redemptions coming in now. Grim, thank you for the host. Time to turn on the GM show redemption. Oh no, we would be so backlogged. I'll just make the GM redemption 10 million instead of 1 million.
Things that nobody else has the balls to say.
Cody.
There would be 1,000. What is that? 1,919,774 GM shows. A GM show for 3 mil because Cody wants the GM show. I love that the view count.
Cody's already going to have a GM show.
He is technically. So we have one more night, 2 more nights technically in the month, and Survivor Series is our next pay-per-view. As of right now, Cody, you are our leader. With that, Cody, will you be giving away the pay-per-view again, but still controlling the NAW title picture? Because keep in mind that Survivor Series.
Announcement has been paid for by the...
Grim says, and to think I just showed up because I like you guys. Awesome surprise. So that's the thing. Like, you never know what's going to happen on our shows. Hang out with us. Have a good time because you could get stuff. So.
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things. He says, Trevor says, just for tonight can really piss some people off. Cody gave the last one away. Are you going to give the next one away? So that's the question. Can I take away 1 mil from you? Give it. Emma, if you were in chat, you get it. But let me just give Emma another mil because
Unlike you,
I'm not going to take anything away. I don't like taking away from people.
Bitching and moaning.
But Emma, let me give you 1 million.
And bitching and bitching.
There you go.
Bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Are you bitching?
Yeah, I'm bitching. So yeah, Storm says, no, Creed, I was watching. You were just like, what Nah is on? See? Yeah. Everybody redeeming now. You give them money and it's just burning a hole in their pockets.
There'll be plenty of time to redeem, peeps.
You guys can redeem when we're off air too, by the way.
And bitching.
Yeah, and any of the replays that are happening?
Or just in general, you can redeem. Just hop in the channel chat and redeem. It doesn't have to be something happening.
I have the balls to say things that nobody else has the balls to say.
And then you track all that to where you have no free time.
Oh, it's a science now. I got it down. I've already recorded tomorrow night's episode. By the way, there is NPC Halloween Havoc on YouTube tomorrow night. Check it out. I've already taped NPC for next week, Thursday, and After Dark. I'm proactive. I'm ahead of the game.
What are you going to do with all your extra free time next week?
Work. What I'm supposed to be doing. So.
Yep, I have 1 more week, and then I start my training for my new job. So.
Nice. Making that money. Let me, before I forget, Creed, let me message you with that code.
And moaning
and
bitching and bitching and bitching.
Did you message me? Sean, where you at?
And bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching.
Creed, you still with me? Check your
bitching?
messages. Check your messages. I want to make sure you get your things.
Get all of the things
Bang, bang,
to the
bro.
peoples.
Can you put 1 million into a Dogecoin? I know nothing of these things.
Ty,
A what?
I told you to mute.
I don't know. Okay, so he is here. I'm going to send you a code. And follow the instructions. And you'll be able to redeem the movie.
Kira.
It's your movie. Pop some popcorn, sit down with your lady, watch a movie.
Yeah, for real. It's a good movie, too. Let me know if you get it. And then let me know if you have any troubles redeeming.
I have the balls to say things that nobody else has the balls to say.
Bobby Blob.
Bobby Blob. Yeah. So we talked about how long this episode would be, and I said my goal was to get it in 3 hours. And Rob, we did it. We did it.
We are only at 235.
Rated.
Yeah, not bad. So, Grim, you got the code. Fantastic, man. Thank you guys. Like, if you've watched one episode of anything we do, whether it's me or anybody else, Cody, anybody else that's ever streamed for us.
I only care if you watch me. So there you go.
Yay.
Honestly,
That's not
thank you
true,
guys.
Waste all these people's time bitching and moaning and bitching.
I'll just echo that. You could be doing a whole bunch of other stuff than watching two old people talk about ridiculous things. So.
And bitching. And bitching.
Just waiting for these alerts to. Like I said, they got they got money, they got paid, and now they go spending. So.
Mess
But yeah,
and
you
mankind.
like just like when you could be doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and you took time to watch us do our thing. So thank you.
Mrs.Cuz.
Ty says mute them. Do you want me to mute them? I can mute them. They're still coming in. I should probably mute them.
Yeah, because you can't hear me talk at all when the stuff's going on, right?
It's drowning you out, kind of. So, yeah. But, yeah, really, thank you guys. You keep this thing going. You keep us motivated to put out new content. That didn't mute it. That one did. Wrong ones.
Get way louder.
It did. I muted the wrong thing. Because Cody was out here doing it. Ty wants them muted. Oh, Kira, see, I muted them now. Don't spend your guys' stuff. They told me to mute them.
Well, you can keep redeeming. It'll show up. You just won't see it on the channel.
You won't hear it. You'll see it. You just won't hear
Yeah.
it. I turned it off. See, they're still coming in. But yeah,
But there is tracking all of them. Everything's getting tracked still. You're gonna
Yes.
get your stuff.
Yes. So to save you guys who are listening to the audio form, obviously the show is done. We're just now hanging out and chatting at this point. Again, I just want to say thank you for those that have been listening to our stuff. We've been putting out original content every single week for 4 years straight. We started streaming to YouTube in October of 2017. DNA launched in June of 2015. And we've had people join us. We've had people leave us. And the constant is you guys. Me. I, Rob. But the constant is you guys, right? You are the reason that content continues to come out. So as long as you guys keep showing up for stuff, we're going to keep putting stuff out. We're going to try new things. We're going to have some hits, maybe some misses. But we have fun.
Is right here. This is a hit.
Thunder says, I hope the Naw family has a super happy and safe Halloween. Thank you from us to you as well. Do one more poll
we
for...
get to do some fun stuff. Just random family tidbit. My daughter, Emmy, she will be 8 tomorrow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know where that 8 years went, but...
Goes by quick. Cody says we're going to do a poll for a Bluetooth speaker and subwoofers. I want that. Let me pull up my...
Are we pulling for that right now?
Yeah, he said right now. See, we're in this giving mood. So this is fun. Jolly says my oldest will be 8 in January. So Jolly's right there with you. Cody has a gender reveal tomorrow. So let's do this.
Congratulations.
Let's do this for Cody. Let me do a prediction poll. Just for kicks. I'll refund you guys. But let me do this.
Team boy or team
Will
girl?
it be a boy or girl? Everyone vote. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes here. I'll give you your currency back. I'm just curious. So, vote, do the thing. Oops. I'm blocking you out. Can't see you. Grim says my oldest turned 19. Man, goes by quick.
Yeah.
So let's poll
Daughter,
for...
She's 8 going on 16.
Where's my sheet? Okay, so Bluetooth and sub combo. Okay. Numbers
thing, Trap.
ending in 386. That is you, iRob.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Do you want subwoofers and speaker, or do you want somebody else?
Pull another one. Let's get other people some stuff.
Okay. Your luck tonight, though, I gotta say, like, what the hell?
You haven't pulled any of my name on any other drawing ever, and it's coming out a ton today.
All right. Ending in 038. Mark Bennett. He's not here tonight, but Mark. 0.
So you have to ship that to England.
There you go, Cody. You have to ship it to England. It's going to be expensive.
I'll have to look up what that is. That can come out of the fund, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. It's the side effect of international support, unfortunately. Shipping overseas sucks. So, just to give you an idea of shipping things to even in the country, to ship DKA's PlayStation 5, it costs DNA $230.
Just for shipping?
Just for shipping. So, yeah, we don't make much money, if any, when we do this stuff. Just to give you guys full transparency. The console itself was $530. So, yeah. Shipping sucks. So, yeah, there you go. Cody, you saved on shipping to Thai, so you're in luck. So,
yeah, the shipping to Thai was nice, right?
So we'll figure that out for Cody. Anything else we want to give away? How about this cup of palm? I'm drinking palm.
I got a notepad.
Does anyone want iRob's notepad? Jolly wants your notepad.
I got a Count Chocula.
Emma wants a hug from Ty.
Everybody wants a hug from Ty.
You know what I got in the mail today? I'm very excited for this. I'm not giving this away. But I could resell this for a pretty penny right now. It is the N64 controller for Nintendo Switch Online. So I got that in the mail today. Super excited about that. Because if you're going to play N64 on the Switch, you have to play it somewhat authentically. So, Cody, you're saving stuff for the Christmas special. You have another keyboard or Blu-ray. Okay, yes. Christmas special coming up quick. I can't wait for that. We're going to do something like this too for our Christmas special. Cody and anyone interested, we should rank Christmas movies for our Christmas special this year. What do you think about that?
There's a whole lot to choose from.
There is, but we should rank and make a top 10 list.
A top 10 of our favorite Christmas movies?
Of all time.
Die Hard, number 1.
Spoiler, Elf wins, says Cody. Die Hard all day. So, that'll be fun. That's, I guess, what we're doing.
And
it seems...
Is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween?
It's a Halloween
Christmas
movie. It's a Halloween movie.
Who decided that?
I did.
But what if I want to say it's a Christmas movie?
I will end this show right now, and I will give your console to somebody else. I need a Jack to my Sally. Yeah, I hear ya. Me. Yeah, see, we're going to give it to Cody. You can just have the Bluetooth stuff. He'll trade you. How about that?
No.
No. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much else to say or do here. This honestly has been a real fun episode. It was fun rewatching these. A lot of these, you and I, obviously we saw the first one together, so that's of awesome value for us. We've been friends for a long time. But like having movies that we think about highly and then all these years later be able to talk like this, like that's cool. Kira says nobody's getting that notepad. Good God. But But yeah, no, it's
It would cost more for me to ship it than anything's worth to anyone.
true. So here's a fun note to close this episode on. And a weird possible correlation. 2021 is the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil this year. 2021 is also the 25th anniversary of our friendship. We met in 1996. Weird correlation there. So
It's been a eventful 25 years.
it has. There may be a podcast one day recapping our greatest hits and misses, I'm sure. But this is just a glimpse into a small glimpse into the window of our history and all the shenanigans that we've attempted to do.
So Travis and Rob is as old as Resident Evil.
Yes. Kind of cool. So, what was the prediction results? Great question. Let me go back to that. So, for Cody's reveal, 77% said girl. For tomorrow, Cody, 77 said girl. Cody wants your glasses. We're going to give away your glasses, iRob.
That's not an option either. I can't see without them. Unless the channel's going to pay for me to get new ones, we can raffle these ones off.
Cody says 4 for boy and 2 for girl. They just put more in. Well, that's what matters. Emma put 13K on girl. Kira wants your beard. She always wanted one. Go for it.
That's weird. I don't know how. Well, that's not weird. I don't know how that would work.
Well, let's close this thing. Again, thank you all for being such a fun, engaging, interactive community. Thank you for any of the shows you've ever supported. Anytime you've liked a post, commented on a post, found us on social media somehow, shared something with us. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. Check us out. YouTube, Twitch, Discord.
Everything.
Again, any interaction. You're here now, and that means a lot. So, we're gonna keep going. I'm looking forward to more stuff. You want iRob to sign his shirt and send it? What's on your shirt?
Okay. Michigan State football.
Okay. So
Because we had to pick our sides for work today. So.
Oh, is that the State and Michigan game this weekend?
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
How fitting that you're wearing green and I'm wearing blue. What the hell? That was not planned. Because you're closer to Michigan.
Down the road.
I was just saying,
I'm right down the road.
I'm right in town for U of M, and you are closer to State then. Weird. The universe, I tell you. But anyways, we digress. We thank you. iRob, thank you. And I'll be in touch with you soon, obviously, about your prize. Congratulations. And let's make this a habit, chat. Let's give things away more often. What do you guys think? I have a lot of stuff. And maybe...
And things.
So I want to give things away. I think that'd be cool. So...
Which is different than stuffing things.
Yes, very different. But that's all I got for now. When does the shift start for you to go back to the spirit world? What? What are you talking about? I'm so confused by that.
I was in the spirit world?
Blockbuster's not dead! There's one left. Look it up.
There's one left.
Look it up. That's how I got this. Not sponsored. We have to say that. Anyways, you guys are the best. I'm going to end this thing. For those still hanging on, I don't know why, but you're here. Thank you. We will see you on the next episode. Make sure to check out NAW tomorrow night on YouTube, NPC Halloween Havoc. 6 contender matches in our tournament for a new number 1 contender for the NAW title and the NPC Championship on the line. 6 people competing inside Hell in a Cell. That's going to be amazing. NAW is back next Thursday as well with 3 big episodes. NPC, our live show on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then after that, After Dark. So again, stacked night every Thursday right here on twitch.tv/DoseOfNerdAcumen. Again, stay connected with us. Turn on alerts. Go ahead.
I might be there.
Like in person?
No.
Oh, okay. You're derailing me, sir. Stay connected with us.
Sorry.
Join our social medias, our Instagrams, our Twitters, our Facebooks, our Discord. Stay connected. Turn on notifications again for pop-up streams. Check out Cody and Trevor with the Nerds of Wrestling podcast when that returns. If you ever miss an episode, check us out on Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts. Subscribe today. Hundreds of episodes in our archives. Almost in the thousands of videos available now on our YouTube. If you're ever bored, scroll through that, leave a comment, leave a like, share it out. Let us know you're checking out our content by just saying, hey, great video, or hey, thumbs down, that video sucked. We want to know. Feedback is feedback, and we can't get better unless you tell us that we need to get better. So with that, I'm going to get better and actually into this damn episode. So thank you all for watching, and until next time, take care, everybody. Good night.
Hey, keep it real.